If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dirt Track at Charlotte, as the National Racing Network is proud to bring you live coverage of the final wide-open Wednesday night of the season. And this one's going to be a big old doubleheader for you here. Both sets of races coming up here from Concord, North Carolina. My name is Chris Graham. It's a pleasure to have you joining us. And I've got a special co-host tonight. He's going to be helping me out once again. Mr. Bert Wojcik from the Highside Hustles joining us. What's going on tonight, brother?
Not much, Chris. How we doing tonight, buddy? Should be a great night of racing here.
Yeah, this one's going to be a blast for sure. We're looking forward to 410 winged sprint cars. We haven't seen these cars in action a lot of recent with the Snydersville series. It's been a whole lot of big blocks, and that's what we're going to finish the night with, the big block versus small block challenge series. And yeah, this one's going to be a ton of fun and, quite frankly, some fairly long races as well.
Absolutely. I saw 50 lots for the 410s here tonight, which is kind of nice to see the breakup of the monotony here, because for so long we've been stuck with the 410s just on iRacing, and, you know, the big blocks are so new, and everybody's been wanting to go out there and race those and try them out a little bit here. So it's great to see some 410 sprint cars get to rip around the dirt track here at Charlotte.
Yeah, home to the World Finals coming up this November, and seeing a lot of the invites going out for the Bristol Dirt Race here. That one's going to be absolutely exceptional. All 15 of the regular World of Outlaws drivers will be there. And some interesting names in other classes, we'll say. Stuart Friesen accepting an invite to run with the Morton Buildings late models down there at Bristol. So he may be the most, or one of the most experienced drivers on dirt at Bristol by the time they get out of there in a few weeks.
Well, we'll see what happens down there because he will be running, the Truck Series race down there. So he'll be one of the only ones that really has any experience on the track. But, I mean, then again, who's going to go down for the late model race with the Bristol Dirt Nationals coming up here in March? So, I mean, some of those guys are probably going to run that race there if they can get out with their schedules and all that. Super excited to see what Bristol has to offer. And also, I can't wait to see what it looks like here on iRacing, too. That should be coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we should be seeing that here on the iRacing. Man, master of the segue over here.
I am so good at that.
Oh, man, it's uncanny. Anyway, yeah, we're going to see dirt iRacing at Bristol. It's actually what is planned to be one of our TNT Special Events Series broadcasts for the month of March. We're now going to flip that around a little bit, and I can't say exactly what it's going to be just yet, but yeah, you're going to want to tune in for that one when we get into March here. The dirt at Bristol is going to be fantastic, and the speeds are everything we expected of the speeds at Bristol, based on what we saw out of the test yesterday anyway.
Yeah, it sounds like actually they're a little bit lower than what they were saying. I mean, it's not at that 100-mile-an-hour mark like some guys feared, but it sounds like it's just below that, like 96, 90, or 86. I think I saw the other one too. But still, I mean, they're right at that. So, I mean, it all depends here what we see with these speeds here. I'm just excited. I really want to see what happens when they get a super late model out there, when they get a 410 out there. That's going to be the true test when they get the 410s out there.
Yeah, that's going to be scary fast, and I don't know that there's any other way to say that. Bristol is going to be insane. I'll say it that way. And quite frankly, looking forward to it here on iRacing, and as well as seeing it in the real world as well. Got to get Trading Paints to update here so you can see everybody's paint schemes that they're running tonight. A couple of really cool ones. We'll see. Actually, one of the big blocks is going to be. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on it now.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, this was a good one too. Let me see. Yes, the Brett Hearn scheme from the 2016 World Finals that he never got to run.
Ooh.
That's going to be out there on the racetrack tonight here at Charlotte. That one's going to be pretty cool. A lot of real-world schemes. So this is a little bit of a paint scheme preview for you if you're a fan of racing here in the Northeast. I know Isabella Van Orden's car is her real-world paint scheme. Same goes for Loud and Reimer. There's a lot of good race cars. Let's see if Loudon is out here yet. We're still waiting on Trading Paints to update here too. Hopefully we don't encounter any of the issues that iRacing has seen over the last couple of days. I'm not entirely sure of the rationale. I would not want to speculate on where it's coming from, but if you were a Comcast customer, you've been dumped out of iRacing several times over the last week. And it's been happening kind of right about in this 8 o'clock time frame. So we'll see how that all kind of shakes out, and all is trying to find somebody that's out here on the racetrack. We got cars parked on top of each other. We got all sorts of stuff here. Interesting name here for those of you in the sprint car world. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. It's time for qualifying. That's why they weren't updating for us. Um,
Get with it, Chris.
yeah. Well, sometimes things just work a little bit slow on the iRacing end of things.
Well, that's because you were just talking shit on it. That's why.
Well, absolutely. Let's do this. Actually, here's an interesting story. Ryan Heckman is currently, we'll say, injured, so to speak. Just had surgery on his hand, and he is the one-handed warrior tonight. So he's only got one hand with which to drive a 410 and a big block tonight. I believe he's only running the big blocks, but lap time's starting to come in here. Let's see if they'll pop up for you on the timing tower. Yes, they are. Logan Rumsey going to be quickest. 13:37. No surprise there. Gavin Krupp was second quick. Now Ryan Conrad's going to jump ahead of him. How about that name in the fourth position? The 37, the power plant. Logan Watt is running tonight in both the 410s and the big
He just went to
blocks.
third.
Young Mr. Watt.
1361.
Yeah, buddy. Gavin Krupp going to hop over top of Watt to put him down into the fourth position.
Hey, shout out to Trent. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Say, shout out to Trent Brenneman, super late model driver at Port Royal Speedway, going ninth quick at a 13.66. Shout out to Trent on that one.
Yeah, we're getting to see some new names here. And this is a lot of fun. I mean, names that we've seen towards the front are just, quite frankly, not there. I mean, Loudon Reimert is currently 18th quick. He will not be 18th quick when it comes time to roll out the big blocks here. But, yeah, qualifying going to be wrapping up here in just a moment. Rumsey, Jasper Zigafus moves to second quick. There's a little bit of a surprise name in the 77. Lane Snook in the 23, third. Ryan Conrad, fourth. Adam Bouchel in the 131, going to be your fifth quick timer. How about the gaps from first to second is, well, quite frankly, the quarter of a second gap that we talk about. Then you'll look back through the rest of the field. From second to 12th is a quarter second. So a half second separating the top 12 cars in the field. And if we looking back at the top of the board here, first through 29th is within 1 second. And here's a big one for you. No consolation races tonight. This is get in or get out from the heat races.
Well, that'll make it interesting tonight.
Yes,
I like
sir.
it. Well, we saw it last week, Chris, where Logan had that huge gap in qualifying, but then when it came race time, it was so close between him and Anthony Perego and Kyle Smith as well. And, yeah, I just looked through the leaderboard here. Kyle Smith is all the way back down to 25th at a 13.91. So maybe some of these guys aren't used to the 410. Maybe just got to wait for it to come in a little bit here throughout the night because some of these guys are better at racing than they are at qualifying. So it's going to be a lot of fun as we get ready to go into this heat race action here tonight.
Yep, going to be top 6 will transfer out here as we wait for the last few seconds to run off the clock here. This one's going to be pretty intense, that's for sure. Like we said, just waiting to see the kind of official times come in here. 6 cars transferring from 4 heats. That's it. And you'll get to see it on the left-hand side of your screen. We'll put those up. Those top 6 will have a green position next to their name. If you're not green, you're going home. That's about the easiest way to say it.
Well, this is going to be fun tonight, ain't it, buddy?
Oh, yeah, man.
Well,
this one's going to be a little bit wild here for sure. And
yeah.
I will say this. Tonight we have no consolations. The dirt event, well, I guess we could call it a rallycross event coming up here in March. We're running the soup. Full on big heaping bowls of alphabet soup coming up in rallycross.
Lord.
Yeah, this one's going to be I'll say it this way. We're running a test session of it tonight, and Bert, I'll let you – we'll have you stay on with me here for just a little bit. Results
Oh, I can't wait to watch that,
from
Chris.
Qualifications. Logan Rumsey, Jasper Zigafus, Lane Snook, Ryan Conrad, Adam Bouchel, your top 5, 6 through 10. Drew Boniface, Gavin Krupp, Logan Watt, Alex Kolinix, and Trent Brenneman. Heat race number 1, gridding up here. 13 cars going to make up the starting grid. 6 will transfer. 7 will go home. Logan Rumsey and Ryan Conrad will make up the front row for this one. Lining up in row number 2 is going to be Gavin Krupp and Trent Brenneman. Talon Carter, Steven Snyder Jr. in row number 3. Loudon Reimer, Chris Kurtzel in row 4. Kyle Smith, James Boniface, row number 5. Xavier Sprague, Doug Snyder in row number 6. And all alone back there in row number 7 to 13 of Chase Weir.
Stack field, heat number 1, Chris. Should be a lot of fun.
How about, this is really kind of pretty insane here. Look, cars that are currently on the outside looking in. Chris Kurtzel, who's been the hard charger, it seems like every week. Loudon Reimer, who's currently number 2 or 3 in points. Kyle Smith in the 177 has been outstanding everywhere. And Doug Snyder in the 169 is starting shotgun on the field. Who in the top 6 is going to fall out here on this one? This is going to be a ton of fun to watch. Field coming around to complete pace lap number 1. They will get the green flag, get heat race number 1 underway here next time by. One of the interesting things here is you're going to see the pace truck make the hard left-hand turn basically down the back straightaway. That's the pit entry here for the dirt track at Charlotte. The field is now in the control of Logan Rumsey and Ryan Conrad at the front. Start zone should be in the middle of turns 3 and 4. And Bert, take us to green, buddy.
Let's do it, boys and girls. Here we go. Heat race number 1 for the 410 sprint cars is underway here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Logan Rumsey takes the early lead. Conrad going to try and pull the slider. Rumsey will rip the lip down the back straightaway. He'll take that away from Conrad. Here we go again. Conrad has got one almost going around. That'll be the 21
the back of the pack. Huge hit. Turns 3 and 4. Trent Brenneman's involved in that one. He's upside down. Chris Kurtzel, Gavin Krupp. Caution flag number 1. Going to fly this time. Oh, buddy.
Oh, boy. You know, the funny thing is, Chris, I texted Trent because he said he was running here. I said, how do you feel about a sprint car? He said, well, you're probably going to see me flip on lap 1. There we go.
Nothing
easier
like,
for the big bucks.
Yeah, nothing like calling your shot here. Let's get you the replay.
Oh, he did.
The Hot Shoe Raceway Instant Replay will pick up Gavin Krupp here in the 41. Big ol' send from somebody and a couple cars hard up into the outside wall. That is 3 junk race cars.
Looks to be the 7 there.
Yep, the 7 of Chris Kurtzel, also the 33 of Trent Brenneman involved as well. Let's see if we can't get you a cockpit view here on this one. Pull it up from Trent Brenneman's on board.
See what happened here. Looks like the 77. Oh, it looks like, yeah, Krupp came down to the 77. It just got loose, and it's kind of escalated from there. Hard hit for Brenneman into the wall.
So we'll head back here looking now towards the front of the field because they probably should get the 1 to go here this time by the start-finish line. And they do. Going to be 8 laps remaining. And, well, it sounds like we're still banging cars up here somewhere towards the back of the pack. But
yeah, somewhere around there.
For Krupp, Brenneman, and Kurtzel. Brenneman actually being scored a lap down now. Kurtzel is an early DNF. So the night is over for the 7 of Chris Kurtzel. I sort of like the format a little bit here as field makes their way through turns 3 and 4. Pace truck is off. Green flags in the air. We are back underway. Rumsey got the good start, but now Loudon Reimer going to be battling hard for a second. Wow, shot out of a cannon is Ryan Conrad down the backstretch.
We'll try again here as Conrad pull away from Logan Rumsey. Here comes the 177 of Smith. They're almost going to go 3 wide off of turn number 4. We'll try it again. The leaders will rip the high side. Smith will get around the 58 of Reimer for that 6th spot, Now Smith and Snyder, They're battling for that 6th and final transfer spot.
Yeah, 6 cars going to make it into the show here. We'll hold on to the view. He's 177 in timing and scoring, but the 3 on your racetrack, that's Kyle Smith. James Boniface going to be all over his back bumper heading into 1.
All right, Kyle Smith is in that 3 car, not the 177. We'll try that again here. Boniface is trying everything he can to get around Kyle Smith. It looks like Logan Reimer will get around Snyder for that 4th spot. But now the battle is still on that for that 6th and final transfer spot. Boniface trying to Highside. The Highside's been working better. He'll hustle a little around. Boniface up into the 6th spot, but Smith takes it right back from him.
This place is so wide that the top side is significantly farther around than the inside lane is. But, man, you can get so much momentum wound up there, and you see everybody running. That white flag is out, 1 lap to go. We'll pick up the battle for the race lead off of turn number 2. Logan Rumsey has it. Conrad looks to the inside off of turn number 4. Checkered flag going to go in the air. Logan Rumsey picks up the win here in heat race number 1. Coming across the start-finish line in that 6th position, Kyle Smith. Wow. 8 laps goes very, very quickly here at the dirt track at Charlotte. There's your results from heat race number 1. Rumsey, Conrad, Reimer, Boniface, Carter, and Smith get in the show. Steven Snyder Jr., Xavier Sprague, Doug Snyder, Gavin Krupp, Chase Weir.
Trent Brenneman and Chris Kurzel round out the field.
Yep. Sorry, just getting a message here from Race Control. Sounds like it's going to be the top 8 that actually transfer.
Way to go, Chris.
No, this is the first message said 6 from the heats, no B mains. Then it says top 8, and then we have to change rooms. So we'll see what.
Way to go, Alex.
Yeah, I say we'll see what the message is from Race Control. Here's the starting grid for Heat Race 2. Jasper Zigafus, Adam Bouchel going to make up the front row. Logan Watt, James Costello in row number 2. Ryan Heckman, James Benz in row 3. Jack Sio and Jordan Cox in row number 4. Richie Van Orden, Brian Sharp in row 5. Ryan Cummings, Austin Kroboth in row number 6. All alone in row 7. The 007 of Paul Mancini. How about this kid having to come from the back of the pack here?
Well, he was a lot of fun to watch last week in the big block modified up at Cedar Lake, so we'll see what he can do in a 410 sprint car here at the dirt track at Charlotte. 2 completely different racetracks, Chris. Should be a lot of fun to see what happens here. As looks like the iRacing Chevrolet will pull on into the infield as Jasper Zigafus will lead him into the field here, into the start zone.
To wad him up.
Oh, boy, this is going to be rough. Green flag is out. See if race control will let it happen. I guess he will. As Betchel and Zigafus...
a couple of cars going around in turn 1. Trouble turn 1. Several cars involved. Ooh. Paul Mancini's in that one. Richie Van Orden, Jordan Cox is down there as well. I think Brian Sharp may have gotten a piece of it. Yeah, we're going to go back to yellow flag racing here once again.
Yeah, I wonder if that start was a part of that, Chris. So we'll see if I think we got the lap in.
Yeah, it may have been here. Let's get the replay up. We'll check it out from taking a look at Paul Mancini in the 007 here.
You see, Bouchel had to wait for Zigafus to go, and it took him a while, and then they just wadded him up.
In it. Yeah, the 25 was involved as well. That was Brian Sharp. Yeah, that was... Get you another look at it here. The cars beating and banging bumpers didn't help matters, but keep your eye on the 2 of Richie Van Orden. That's the blue and white car. He makes contact with Jordan Cox, several cars hard into the outside retaining wall. And we will go under caution here in heat race number 2. Oh, that's Isabella. Okay, so it is Isabella Van Orden. We just got the names messed up here. We'll fix it for you, Richie. Or at least we'll ask Race Control to get that one fixed.
We'll attempt to fix it.
Yes. So, Zigafus and Logan Watt going to make up the front row. That 14W looks fantastic on a sprint car, doesn't it?
It does. Hint, hint, Leslie. Hint, hint. Adam Bouchel and looks like Ryan Heckman in that second row here. So we'll see if we have a better shot. Zigafus dogging him at the start. Green flag back out. We'll We'll see what they do here. They're going to let it happen. Ziegefuss going to the high side. Here comes Bouchel now. He's looking on the high side. 3 wide. As Bouchel on the bottom, excuse me. Now Logan Watt will pull away. Here comes Ryan Heckman. Heckman goes up into
the
wall.
outside wall. Oh, Mancini's going to get a piece of that as well. We're going to probably stay green for this one unless somebody doesn't get cleared off the racetrack. Ziegefuss bounces it off the outside wall. Here comes Logan Watt, high, wide, and handsome off of turn number 4. Now 5 laps remaining.
It's looking like going into 3, Chris. The group has him going almost into the pit wall there. That can be a little dangerous. If you jump that cushion, you're in the fence. Your night's pretty much over from that point here. As again, we keep an eye here on Jasper Ziegefuss and Logan Watt battling out here for that lead. Right now in your 8th final transfer spot, it'll be the 25 of Brian Sharp as we keep an eye on him. Him and Ryan Cummings now as Jordan Cox will move up into the 9th spot as well. Battle there as we got 3 wide there, or 3-card ballot for that 8th and final transfer spot. Looks like Sharp's going to go on the wall there.
Yeah, Sharp got up into the outside retaining wall. That opened up the door for Ryan Cummings in the 27. He's going to have Jordan Cox looking to his outside. Big wiggle out of Cummings. Now Jordan Cox is going to grab the transfer spot. This is the race that nobody wants to get into, apparently.
No, you don't, but if you want to get in the show, you have to get into it. By the way, shout out to Sharp there for running with no nose wing. That's got to be a handful here. As Twin Six are out 2 to go for Jasper Ziegefuss. And we'll keep an eye on this battle here, see if Cummings has anything for Jordan Cox here as they get the white flag this time by.
Big move out of Sharp. He gets up into the back of Cummings. That's going to all but end the battle for the transfer spot. So pick it up off of turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. Jasper Ziegefuss picks up the win here in heat race number 2. Man, some interesting names getting in and interesting names on the outside looking in. Oh man, they do know how to junk them at the end of these things, though. Jasper Ziegefuss,
don't matter at the end.
Logan Watt, Adam Bouchel, Jax Yohn, James Costello, and James Benz transfer into tonight's feature event. Also, Austin Kroboff and Jordan Cox. On the outside looking in, Paul Mancini, Brian Sharp, Ryan Cummings, Isabella Van Orden, and Ryan Heckman. Bert, we'll let you run us through the grid here. 12 cars going to comprise heat race number 3.
Wayne Snook and Drew Boniface will be on the front row. Alex Kolonix and Ethan Bill will be on the second row. Cody Welsh and John Doty the third. We'll round up row number 3. Row number 4, Harold Klupp and JT Ferry in the 8th spot. Cole Perez and Lauren Sergonitis will be starting in the 10th spot. Logan Donville and Walter Scheidak in the 12th spot there. Rounding out the field, I believe that would be it. I think we only got 12 cars in this one.
12 cars in this one. Lawson Zarensis, that one took me 3/4 of a season to figure that one out. Let's get a couple of comments in here. Janet Watt saying, good job, Logan Watt. Richie Van Orden checking in saying he would have wrecked more cars if it was him doing the driving back there.
Now, are we talking on iRacing or in real life?
I am not even going near that one. Also, Kenzie Crump checking in saying, let's go, Gavin. So pace trucks in. Fields making their way off at turn number 4. And Boniface leaving a ton of room to the outside. Wow, what a start for Lane Snook. He's going to be your leader by 8 car lengths into turn number 1. Kolonix trying to force the issue just a little bit. Almost 3 wide back in the pack.
We'll see what happens now. We got one car up in the wall there. He's up and over. We'll see if we'll say green or if we're going to go yellow here as the field kind of bunches up. Meanwhile, Lane Snook is gone. He is out by almost a second on the rest of the field as we will stay green going back into turn 3 and 4 again. Great racing all over the place here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, this one's been fantastic. Snook in the lead almost 2 seconds now. We're going to keep our eye on 8th place. It's now John Diotti as Lawson Zarensis falls back a couple of spots. Diotti in the 122, working the inside lane, getting right up onto the back bumper of that number 12 Waffle House entry of Lawson Zarensis.
Well, Diotti just went up or jumped the cushion a little bit there. That opens the door for Donville now for that 8th and final transfer spot. Diotti now going to go down to the bottom here. He's going to try on Z Sorrentino now as Perez gets around Donville. They're going to trade sliders, going back down in turns 1 and 2.
Man, this racing is getting good here towards the back of the pack. Down to 8 laps to go here in heat race number 3. John Diotti currently holding on to the final transfer spot. But it's going to be a tight battle here, and Diotti actually catching up on Sorrentino. This really could be the battle for the bubble, so to speak, because it's the fight is for 7th position, but it really is going to be who's stuck in that transfer spot.
Yeah, but keep your eye on Donville there because he's trying to close in on Diotti as he'll get around Los Sorrentino now. Looking on the high side here, going to try and make the top side work. He will. John Diotti up into the 7th spot now, but Z Sorrentino is right there. Donville looking at this battle with 5 laps to go.
Oh, big trouble for Lawson Sorrentino. He's going to lose the final transfer spot to Logan Dontonville down the back straightaway. Not sure what happened there to the number 12 machine, but now Logan Dontonville has the spot. Man, big wiggle out of Sorrentino once again. And Logan Dontonville going to start to check out. So long as they don't screw it up, this top 8 looks to have things pretty well in hand.
I think we see what happened there to Los Sorrentino there. Tough break for the number 12. As we take a look now at the front of the field here, Lane Snook is gone. He is out to almost a 4.5 second lead on the rest of the field. Twin 6 out, 2 to go. We get the white flag in the air this time by. There's the doctor's jacket. You can see it now. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Lane Snook.
Through turns 1 and 2, getting lapped in a heat race, going to be Walt Shadak. Man, this is a stout number 23. Wow, cars wiggling all over the place. Off at turn 4, check the flag in the air, breathe a sigh of relief. Lane Snook, you didn't get taken out by the lap traffic, and you pick up the heat race win over Alex Kolinix, Cody Welsh, Drew Boniface, John Diotti, JT Ferry, Harold Klump, and Logan Dontonville as we get you the results up here. So Snook, Kolinix, Welsh, Boniface, Diotti, Ferry, Klump, and Dontonville going to be your top 8 to transfer. Sorrentino, Shadak, Perez, and Bill are going to be done for the night. We'll take a look here. I believe they're getting a new server set up here. So we're going to have a few minutes to chat as we wait for that piece of info to come up here. So coming up tomorrow night, the Highside Hustle, going to be a virtual show once again. My co-host tonight, Bert Wojcik, will be leading the call with our good buddy Adam Rubright on the 2-chair duties. And who do we got on the show tomorrow night, Bert?
Well, I tell you what, we got a great show coming for you tomorrow night. Here we have runner-up last year up at the Port Royal Speedway in points. Had a great year, picked up his first win up there in a couple of years. It'll be the legend Mike Wagner going to be on the show tomorrow night. He's got a special announcement that you'll want to tune in for. We'll check it with him. And then also, one of the best up-and-coming writers I think we have in the area. He's just got he's been on a number of podcasts. He just signed on with Speed Sport last year. Kyle McFadden will be joining us as well. Kyle's a great young man. His articles are phenomenal on Speed Sport, so go check him out, folks. You got a chance. He's become a really good friend here over the last couple of months. So we're going to talk to Kyle McFadden tomorrow. We'll get his intake on what we can expect in the Pennsylvania racing season coming up here tomorrow night on the Highside Hustle, 8 o'clock, right here on the National Racing Network.
Good Lord, man. That's how you get it done. Plus, we have a couple of podcasts coming your way, too. We'll have the next edition of the Slide Up podcast will premiere tomorrow. That one hosted by Joey Amantia. You really don't want to miss this one. The short version of the long story here was we ended up without pre-recorded interviews. And Joey got 3 of his buddies together, and they had a good 45-minute, almost 1-hour-long conversation, just 4 dudes talking racing. They covered asphalt, dirt. Oh, man. It was a very, very fun show to record. And we have the 4-Wide Salute that premiered this Sunday on the National Racing Network podcast, available on all your favorite podcasting platforms. That one hosted by Casey Bousher from Big Diamond Speedway. And this week, LJ Lombardo was his guest on the show. A very good edition of the Four Wide Salute podcast. This one's going to be a ton of fun here. So keep your eye out on the podcasts as well as some of the other content that we have as well. Let's do this. We're waiting to hear from Race Control on whether we're going to have a new server or what the plan's going to be for this one here. Looks like, well, I'm seeing the warm-up has finished, but this one is definitely not the correct server. So let's do this. We'll take the quick break here, and then we will come back in just a couple of minutes. You are watching Wide Open Wednesday right here on the National Racing Network. Free Geek Pen is an electronics recycling center which specializes in restoring electronics to usable condition. They turn salvageable parts from donated equipment into working electronics for those on a budget. The best part is your old gear doesn't end up in a landfill. Free Geek Pen also does computer repair. Find them online at freegeekpen.org. Give them a call at 717-721-2494 or stop by the shop on Main Street in Ephrata. Think freegeekpen.org.
At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to the dirt track at Charlotte. Getting a quick practice session in here for the drivers that are able to rejoin us here on the wide open Wednesday doubleheader. Session number 1, the 410 sprint car is going to be coming up here with a monster feature. 50 laps, the scheduled distance on this one. Yeah, to answer your question here is let's get the timing tower up here real quick so we can let everybody see where their favorite driver is running. We also have Richie Van Orden answering the question that you asked about, was that real world or virtual? And he says both.
Attaboy. I like it, Richie. I like you.
So there's the what's going on here. Seeing the couple of more comments coming in. Carol Mitchell checking in and saying, awesome job, Logan Donkeyville. Yeah, that was a heck of a run for Logan. And then Richie commenting again, saying the big blocks put on a way better show, banging bars. Yeah, that's something that you don't do a ton of in the 410s. At least an escape on the good side of that.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm partial to 410s, but I love my big block, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut so I don't piss anyone off.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, speaking of not wanting to piss people off, you can support the National Racing Network on Patreon. Visit us at patreon.com/National Racing Network. Just a couple of bucks a month. It's going to get you all of our podcast episodes 24 hours before they are distributed to the general public. Also, we'll get you the all of our written content as well. Our modified correspondent, Mark Hackett, does a fantastic job covering the modifieds throughout the Northeast. You'll be able to get all of his content about 12 hours, really, on that one. So a couple of bucks a month, you can get access to all that. Plus, you also get access to our National Racing Network Discord server. Kind of lets you talk with us when we're talking through story ideas and who we want to have on the show and all that kind of stuff. That all goes on in the Discord, and you'll be able to get some access to that as well. So head on over to patreon.com/National Racing Network and get us your support there. You can find us on all the social media channels at National Racing Network. That's Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Also, you can check us out on Twitter at VNRNTV. Don't forget, tweet up the Highside Hustle at Highside_Hustle. Use the hashtag show us your picks and get us your racing picks. We'll try to use some of them on the air as well. Dylan Freeble, can't wait to run with you guys. We're going to screw up his name every chance we get tonight, by the way.
Raylan Ribel? Is that right? Raylan Dibel?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So just about 3 minutes left here. Check in the comments. Give the video a like and a share. Ring the bell icon. You'll always know when we have live content on the air. A lot of cool stuff coming up here for the National Racing Network over the 2021 season. We might take some shows on the road. What do you think, Bert?
We better take some shows on the road. We better. No, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a heck of a year here. I just want to get racing started, man. I'm so jealous of the people down south, and you know, I hope we get racing this weekend. It doesn't look too good right now, promising with the weather, but we've seen some weird stuff happen. So hopefully we get to see some racing, and for the month of February is out up here in Central PA.
That's right. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about Lincoln's Icebreaker here shortly, but how about we get through the starting lineup here for tonight's feature event. On the front row, going to be the number 41 of Logan Rumsey. To his outside, the 77 of Jasper Zigafus.
Row number 2 will look like Lane Snook in the 23 and Ryan Conrad in the 19.
Row number 3 will have Logan Watt, the power plant, on the inside. To the outside, the number 22 of Alex Kolonix.
Loudon Reimer in the 58. He'll roll off in the 7th spot. Adam Bouchel on the 131 will roll off 8th.
Starting in the 9th position is going to be Cody Welsh, and outside of row number 5, the 213 of James Boniface.
Jax Young, the 24, he'll roll off in the 11th spot, and Drew Boniface will roll off in the 202. He'll start at 12.
Starting 13th, Talon Carter out of Pennsylvania in the number 1, and James Coslow in the 97, also from the Quaker State.
JT Ferry in the 18, and Kyle Smith will roll off in the 16th spot. He's in the 177.
Starting in the 17th spot, going to be the 68 of James Benz out of the Garden State, and New England's John Diotti in the 122.
Steven Snyder in the 021, he'll start in the 19th spot, and Austin Korboth in the 014, he'll roll off 20th.
Row number 11 will have Harold Klump in the 76, and the 5 is Xavier Sprague.
Jordan Cox in the 01 starting 23rd, Logan Donville in the 24th and final starting spot.
We are getting ready to go green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen. 50 laps the distance. Field making their way through turns 3 and 4. Logan Rumsey, Jasper Zigafus on the front row. Green flags in the air. We're underway in Charlotte.
Oh, it's time to get it, ladies and gentlemen. The 410 sprint cars are out of here at the dirt track of Charlotte. Logan Rumsey takes the lead away from Jasper Zigafus. Battle for second between Conrad and Snook. Snook will look on the bottom. He'll try and snook over into that 3rd spot. No, he'll hold on to it. Get that 3rd spot right now to Ryan Conrad.
About 3 wide off of turn number 2. Going to be Zigafus holding on to 2nd. Conrad 3rd. 4th now belongs to Alex Kolonix. Lane Smith, the top 5. Little bit of wheel banging off of 4.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, we love to see it here in the 410 sprint car. Zigafus will slide up in front of Conrad. Conrad holds the spot. He'll turn it back on him, down the back straightaway. He'll slide up again. Here comes Conrad. 3 wide back behind him, almost 4 wide there. Back behind him, that's for the 5th spot as we keep on that battle for 2nd right now. The slide is being traded between Zigafus and Conrad. What a battle we got shaping up here, Chris.
Haymakers 2nd through 6th on the racetrack. Logan Rumsey's checked out. That was long gone. 1.8 seconds up on the rest of the field. And 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th put them all under a blanket.
Well, if they can get themselves sorted out here, they may have a chance to catch up here. He should be in lap traffic fairly shortly. Oh, trouble! Big, that looks to be the 22. If I'm correct, Chris.
Yeah, that's Lane Snook in the 22. He goes for a wild ride.
Oh, that's a shame. He was looking so good to start this race.
Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay on the 23. He got out of a jam in the heat races. Not so much here in the feature. Hard hit into the outside retaining wall up into the catch fence. Several cars making contact on the way past as well.
So we'll see how the field shapes up here, see if anyone else got any damage from that as well. It looks like some guys did make contact with them.
Yep, and this is one of those leagues where damage is on, and you do have to take the damage repair here. We'll kind of snake through the field a little bit. There's Logan Rumsey. He looks to be good. Jasper Zigafus running in the 3rd spot. That car looks okay. 4th, 5th, Logan Watt. Seeing several cars back here. Looks like everybody pretty much okay as we swing back through the field here. I think everybody looks to be pretty good here.
It does. Everything looks good. So we'll keep an eye here. Logan Rumsey will take that high side here for the restart. And, you know, it's going to be tough, I think, catching Rumsey because he's in his natural habitat of the 410 sprint cars, but he's so good at whatever he jumps in here on iRacing. So we'll have to wait and see what happens as the field will come to the restart cone and green flag is out. Oh, what a jump for Rumsey as he gets the green flag back at the turn number 1.
Yeah, Logan Rumsey is among the best in the world here. Oh, several cars making contact already. Caution at number 2 on the speedway. When you hear the beating and banging like that, it's really no surprise that you're going to get
especially as long as that was.
Yeah.
All the way up here in the booth we heard it. Wow.
Let's take a look back here and see what we can find. Several cars having an issue. I believe one of the issues may have been JT Ferry. We'll take a look here. See if we can get you a replay. Oh yeah, there it is. They're going to wad them up right on the restart. 4 cars, 5 cars going to be involved. Drivers meeting front straightaway. JT Ferry tried to get it uprighted, but no dice. So he has to take the tow back to the pits. I believe, yeah, James Benz also got a big piece of that. He's going to be heading towards the back of the pack a little bit. Pull up the shout out here in the comments. Don Greeby saying, hope Jax has his big boy pants on. The reason we'll show you the comic, because that's the High Pressure Washing and Painting, number 24Y. Proud presenting sponsors of the Hard Charger Award for tonight's event. Currently, that honor belongs to Logan Dontonville, up 11 spots to 13th now, back to 14th here. Is the pace truck going to get pulled in? Hopefully, if Lincoln gets going this weekend, Bert, we get to see a little bit more green flag racing than this.
I think we will, Chris. But hey, you know what? Only 13 laps in, long way to go here in this 50-lap main event. Oh, what a restart again for Rumsey. As a couple cars will get shifted back now as we'll go 3 wide here in the field. Logan Watt trying his best. We got a car up on the fence.
Yeah, we've got caution flag number 3. We got a whole bunch of yellow fever here. Actually, we saw the green flag come out. A couple of passes were made, and then the yellow flag came out immediately. It was about 2 seconds worth of green flag action that we had. Trouble on the racetrack for Logan Dontonville. See what we can pick up here in this with Dontonville in that 42 machine. He got it up into the outside fence, and then a whole lot of right side romance from the 213.
It almost looked like something broke there, Chris, because the way that thing, it just bogged down when it went into turn 1 there. So I don't know if something broke in the car there or what, but it just seemed like it bogged down when it got on the cushion and hit the wall.
Yeah, that's one of the things that when you have the net code issues that go on, it's not only between 2 cars, and net code is basically where the computers don't see everybody as being in the right spot. You can not only make contact with another car, but you can also make contact with the wall. And as a driver, you don't even realize it's happening, because you'll just all of a sudden have damage in a 410. You'll just be flipping upside down.
And that's when you rage quit.
Absolutely no reason. Pace truck is off. It's going to be a single file restart. Oh, here comes Alex Kolonix and Ryan Conrad. Rumsey got out to the good start. Loud and Reimer going to run second. Little bit of contact. Oh, man, they're still 3 wide through 3 and 4.
You can't run that long there, boys. It's going to be interesting here. Now Kolonix will fall back. 3 wide again as it looks like that's going to be the 24 on now as Logan Watt will get around both of them now. Logan Watt up into the 5th spot.
Man, what a drive for Logan Watt there. This is by far the youngest competitor in the field tonight. And Logan trying to hold a pretty wheel. He's doing a darn fine job of it so far.
He is doing a fine job
back
of it, Chris.
bumper of Conrad.
We'll see what happens now as he is on the back bumper Conrad. Second, third, and fourth all underneath the blanket right now is Logan Watt right in that fifth spot as well. Here as they're trying to close in on Logan Rumsey, who is out to almost a 2-second lead here as we click off lap number 21 of 50 here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now 3 wide for that second spot.
Down the back straightaway into turn number 3, Zigafus throws the big slide job 3 and 4. Caution flag is out. That one may stick there. Oh man, one car backing off the wall right in front of the leaders. See who that was, I believe.
Got one car down too, Chris, down the back straightaway.
Yep, let's take a look here. We'll get you the Hot Shoe Raceway instant replay. Trouble on the racetrack for Alex Kolinix. That's the 22 machine. He just got it. Oh yeah, he started to get it woed up, and then the mess runs into him here.
Oh, that ruins a good run for Kolinix here, so hopefully you can get together for the big blocks. Coming up here in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll take a look here. This is John Diotti that we're following now in the 122. The incident's already happened. He gets it up into the outside retaining wall.
It's like a little contact there with Boniface.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Actually, let's get a couple of comments up here as we go back to live racing here. Tom Rumsey checking in saying Rumsey's only 14.
Okay.
So maybe not the youngest by far, but yes, still Logan Watt, the youngest here. Harry Yon checking in, Harry Yon, excuse me, saying, don't know about that, but Jack's just wolfed down 2 burgers and is munching on Girl Scout cookies.
Like a true professional.
Yep. Kid turns 21, he's going to add a 6-pack of Busch lattes to that one, too. Speaking of the cans I hear opening on the other side of the microphone. Logan Rumsey, your race leader. Here's one of the interesting things, and actually, let's see if I can show this. No, I can't, unfortunately. Logan Rumsey, a World Cup or basically a professional iRacing license. That is the top tier of iRacing licenses. Loudon Reimer, who runs in the second position, is a B-class license. The difference between a B and A and a Pro, in a lot of instances, is not that wide of a margin. It basically just limits you to what classes you can run. One of those, Bert, that we may try to start picking up here are the wingless 410s that run here on iRacing. That is a true USAC sanctioned series. Yeah, really, I'm forgetting all these. Jax Yone's only 13, Xavier Sprague's 12, and Logan's 12. So yeah, I'm used to calling these leagues where we've got a lot more adults in the field, but now we have a resumption of hostilities at the front of the field. Logan Rumsey.
Oh, way to go, Chris.
These two guys have dueled all season long. Reimer pulled down to the inside, and they're going to do it again here into one.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Chris. They're going to try it again. A lot of Reimer. This is the closest anyone has been to Logan Rumsey on a restart. Rumsey will slide all the way at the wall. Reimer will keep that thing catfish down to the bottom of the Duke tires here. Back in the 1 and 2. We'll try it again. Rumsey on the high side. Caution now.
Once again, caution flag flying here for the 5th time as we're down to 23 laps to go. Something that these drivers need to bear in mind is these caution laps count, but looks like trouble on the racetrack, and this time it's going to involve Logan Watt. Oh, he got some right side romance from Jax Yawn there.
Yeah,
Watt
he got
turned
fed right rear.
Man, then he got plowed. Let's get you the replay again here. We'll show you what happened. You make the call on entry to turn number 3. Watt bounced an offside fence. Jax definitely got up the racetrack into him.
Yeah, that's a little bit, I think, of Logan there, too, just because of He hit the fence there, so it all depends on what happened there. If he doesn't hit the fence, does he come down on the jacks there? So,
yeah.
or yawn, excuse me.
We've got another check-in coming in here. Watching Logan Watt here in the Watt Racing Garage, coming from Kenny Bruce, one of our buddies.
Kenny Bruce, how you doing, my buddy? Good to hear you.
So,
one of the good guys in the sport there.
Yes, he is. I have known Kenny for a very long time, and it is an honor to call that man a friend.
Amen.
So, we are now working lap number 30. And again, caution flag laps do count in this one. So we are going to get down to nitty-gritty time in a big hurry here. Field
you know what? You know what, guys? It's latte time. As we get ready to go back to green here. Rumsey and Reiner. Oh, let's see here. Did he dog him a little bit on the restart? Chris, I think he dogged him.
Playing some games, but he let Reimert hang right there on the back bumper. Rumsey going to try to make the inside lane work. That's one of the things that Logan has been really impressive with, is knowing when to make the move. When that line is going away, he knows it's time to go to the bottom a lap or two ahead of everybody else, it seems.
But you know what? I wonder if he saw Loudon Reimert there hitting that bottom side, Chris, because that's where Loudon was getting a lot of his time on Logan. His caution flag is back out. We'll see what this one's for. I hear him crashing.
Yeah, they're still wadding stuff up here in the back of the pack.
Attaboy.
Trouble on the racetrack. Let's see. We're seeing an issue for Harold Clump, but that's coming out of the pits as the field went back to green.
Oh, no.
Are we going to the page, the front of the field here? Wow.
Oh, it was right behind him there.
Yeah, it was. The incident was going on right behind him here, so let's get that one pulled up. Trouble for John Diotti and James Benz. A couple of cars making contact. Oh man, there were two separate wrecks there. James Benz goes up and over the infield tractor tire. Man, that was a mess.
That wasn't good.
Let's kind of run you through who's currently where. 17 cars are on the lead lap. Starting with, and then we get back down to 17 on the lead lap. Logan Watt in 18th. Austin Kroboth, Talon Carter, JT Ferry, Harold Klump, John Diotti, Lane Snook, all one or more laps down. As we go back to green flag racing, and Rumsey to the high side. Oh, but Reimert's going to have a shot off at 2.
Rumsey slipped a little bit off at turn number 2. Loudon Reimert took the lead there for a second. Can he hold it off from turn number 4? Yes, he will, but the yellow flag comes out. One car bowled up in turns 1 and 2. That looked to be, I believe, the 202. One of the Boniface entries, but, oh, man, that's... Oh, man, just please say green.
I tell you what, the trouble there was, let's find James Benz here. James was the car that had the issue. He got it up into the outside wall, and it was basically right ahead of the leaders. Yeah, we caught it right at the tail end of that one. Let's see here. Oh, well, there's your issue. There's James Benz in the 68, that blue, green, and yellow car. He spun it around. Logan Watt gets up into him. Watt goes up and over. He's able to continue. Benz has to go back to the pit area.
Good save by Logan Watt there to keep it going there, but tough break for Benz. So they are going to give the lead to Loudon Reimert here. He did go past the scoring loop. So Loudon Reimert's your leader over Logan Rumsey, Ryan Conrad, Jasper Zigafus, Adam Buchel, Steven Snyder, Jax Young, Kyle Smith, James Boniface, and Jordan Cox round out the top 10.
Running in the 11th position is going to be Cody Welsh in the 027. Drew Boniface in the 202 is 12th. Xavier Sprague in the 5 runs 13th. Logan Dontonville 14th. James Coslow 15th. And the final car on the lead lap will be 22 of Alex Kolonix. Off at turn 4. Green flag goes back in the air. 10 to go here at the dirt track in Charlotte. Loudon Reimert's your race leader.
Oh, I hear him again, Chris. Sounds like they're balling stuff up. See if you say green. Looks like we're going to get the lap in. As Reimer, he is committed to that bottom slide. Logan Rumsey trying to make the high side work. See if there's anything up there yet. It doesn't look like there is in 3 and 4, but he's going to get a nice run coming down the back straightaway. Loudon Reimer's, he's got company.
Shot out of a cannon off at turn 2. We'll see if he does it again off of 4. Wow, what a drive off the corner. Drag race to the line. Loudon Reimer had the spot, but here's Logan Rumsey back to the outside. New race leader down the back stretch going to be Logan Rumsey.
Boy, Rumsey is finding the last little bit of cushion up there on the high side, but Reimer is committed that bottom side. We'll see where the lap car goes, what side he's going to play a factor in this. We got one car pulling off down the back straightaway there. It looks like Logan Rumsey starting to pull away now from Logan Reimer.
Down to 6 laps to go. Logan Rumsey, your race leader, and this may be enough to clinch a championship for Logan Rumsey here in the wide open Wednesday series, because only the big blocks are left, and Logan has won more than anybody else in this series. He's opened up a 1.5 second lead over that car in the 58 of Loudon Reimer. Will pick up the best battle on the racetrack. That's going to be Ryan Conrad and Steven Snyder Jr.
Yeah, great battle there, Chris, as we take a look again here between Conrad and Snyder. Snyder, I believe, he started back in the field a little bit. He might be in contention here for the pressure washing hard charger award there, as we got 4 laps to go this time by for Logan Rumsey, as it looks like Conrad's going to pull away from Snyder.
Yeah, Steven Snyder Jr. is currently your high pressure washing and painting hard charger award nominee, we'll call him. Jordan Cox also up 10 spots to 13th, but it's 15 for Steven Snyder Jr. Off of turn number 4 is your race leader, Logan Rumsey, with 2 to go.
Twin 6 out, 2 to go for Logan Rumsey. He'll beat off the wall a little bit now. What a drive for Logan Rumsey. Been dominating most of this race there. He went where he had to. As a little bit of sideways there from Donville, but the white flag is out. Good save by Rumsey.
Coming through turns off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. One final time, couple of more clean corners, and Logan Rumsey's going to pick up another checkered flag here on Wide Open Wednesday. Logan Rumsey gets the win over Loudon Reimert. Ryan Conrad will come home in the 3rd position. Man, that was so much start and stop. But, the 410s always put on a show here, as our top 3 are going to get parked on the front stretch. Matt O checking in on YouTube saying, I don't usually watch or drive dirt oval, but looks fun. Might have to give these a go. Yeah. Matt's going to be coming on board with us here in the near future, I believe, as one of our, as part of our iRacing broadcast team. And we'll get the drivers to park themselves up here and ready to assume their positions in victory lane. And you see the 021 of Steven Snyder Jr. there as well. He is your high pressure washing and painting hard charger award recipient here for race number 1 of the Wide Open Wednesday finale doubleheader. Let's see, we'll get the results here up on the screen while. So Bert, you can run down our top 18 at least here, and then I will start to get our drivers here into the booth.
All right, sounds good, Chris. Logan Rumsey picks up the win here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway over Loudon Reimer. Ryan Conrad finished 3rd. Steven Snyder Jr. is your hard charger here tonight. He finishes in 4th. Jasper Ziegefu's in the 5th spot. Adam Buchel in 6th. Jax Yaw in 7th. Kyle Smith in 8th. James Boniface in the 9th spot. 10th with Cody Welsh. 11th with Drew Boniface. 12th was James Coslow. 13th Jordan Cox. 14th, Alan Kolonix. 15th, Logan Donville. 16th, Xavier Sprague. 17th, Talon Carter. And 18th was Logan Watt. 19th was Austin Koboth. 20th was JT Ferry. 21st was James Benz. Scored 22nd was the 76th of Harold Clubb. Scored 23rd was the 122 of John Diotti. And scored 24th was the 23 of Lane Snook. So, that'll conclude the 410 portion here. As I believe Chris is just about ready with our top 3 and our hard charger here tonight. Whenever you're ready, Chris, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, we're here now with Logan Rumsey here, winner of the first of the doubleheader events tonight. And Logan, you had a heck of a battle there with Loudon late in the race. It seemed like you went low early. Was that just grip searching, or what was going on there?
Yeah, the top was pretty good because there's a pretty big cushion up top against the wall. And then on one of the restarts, Loudon showed me the bottom, and it looked pretty good. So I went down there, but then the restart after that, I didn't feel too good on the bottom, so I went back to the top and messed up, and Loudon got by me, and then the yellow came out. So then my dad actually texted me to go to the bottom, and I didn't do that. I went back, pulled away a little bit.
Smart man.
Yeah, well, I was going to say we saw the article this week on the guys with the signal sticks in the big blocks, and in iRacing you're doing it by text message. Who would you like to thank here? Because we know you got to get ready to go for race number 2 here.
Yeah, Slick Sim Sports, Wendell Speed Lab, and Ryko Motorsports, and Alex for putting up the league every week, and you guys for broadcasting it.
All right, Logan. Well, congratulations on the win here, and we will be talking to you, I'm sure, here real shortly. Let's pick up Ryan Conrad, our third-place finisher. Ryan, you're one of the newer guys to the series here, but you had a heck of a run tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a good run. Just had to get a good spot in the feature because it's going to get slick and it's going to get hard to pass, and we got that. And last couple of races here in the Snydersville League, I've run up front and got wrecked a couple times, made mistakes, and it's the first night we actually could be able to finish up front.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun here to watch the 410s. We've been running the big blocks for so long here that the 410s are a nice change of pace. But what's it like running that kind of start, stop? You know you've got to make the move early and get it done.
Yeah, especially the way the track was getting slick. You had to make the quickest move possible and trying to get up to the front, and we got that done here tonight.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations. We will let you go here to get ready for the big block portion of things, but who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my my mom, my stepdad Rod, my uncle, and my real-life car owner for getting me all this iRacing stuff to be here tonight.
All right, Ryan. Well, congratulations. We'll see you in a little bit, and let's pick up our high-pressure washing and painting hard charger award recipient, Steven Snyder Jr. Steven, in a race that was start and stop, how did you gain 15 positions to finish 4th?
I just tried picking them off one by one, especially on the restarts. Everybody started going to the bottom there, and I started trying to get a round up on the top, and it came in pretty good, so.
Yeah, it was a really fun run for you to get to see it come up to the front like that and avoid a lot of the carnage and all that stuff. But, congratulations. You're picking up the high-pressure washing and painting hard charger award here. Who would you like to thank?
LRE, Logan Rumsey Esports, and that's about it.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations and good luck tonight in the big blocks. Yeah,
thank you.
So there you go. The first half of our twin bill is in the books. Bert, we'll do this one once we come back here because they're going to get the big block portion set up here, and we'll take the commercial break now and come back here in just a minute. But what do you think there of the 410s?
I tell you what, the 410s are awesome. I just wish you could have got more green flag laps in because I would have loved to see if Loudon could have had a little more something for Logan and lap traffic because that battle there in the middle of the race, that was going to be a fantastic finish. We just couldn't stay yellow, but hey, that's the way it goes around here. And I really would like to see somehow, some way, iRacing work on this model here to get rid of laps counting too during the entire race here, and then kind of screw the whole field up.
That's actually a decision that the series admins make because you can run. iRacing does have the option to not count caution flag laps. Unfortunately,
they did put that in.
But the timing and scoring system doesn't work well for it. It basically, every time you cross the start-finish line, it says you crashed, and it gives you an end-of-line penalty. And so when the wreck happens right near the start-finish line, it just blows the lineups up. So that's why they've gone to counting caution laps. And in reality, you normally get 25 or 30, green flag laps in a 50-lap feature. Sometimes the place just gets slicked off like this, and it really turns ugly. But let's do this. We'll get the final commercial break out of the way here, and we'll be back with Big Block Modified Racing. You are watching the Wide Open Wednesday doubleheader right here on the National Racing Network. Free Geek Pen is an electronics recycling center which specializes in restoring electronics to usable condition. They turn salvageable parts from donated equipment into working electronics for those on a budget. The best part is your old gear doesn't end up in a landfill. Free Geek Pen also does computer repair. Find them online at freegeekpen.org. Give them a call at 717-721-2494 or stop by the shop on Main Street in Ephrata. Think freegeekpen.org.
At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car back. I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to the National Racing Network's live coverage of the Snydersville Raceway Wide Open Wednesday Series. It's the second half of the doubleheader, and this one is going to be a doozy for sure. The big blocks taking on the 358 modifieds here from the dirt track at Charlotte, the true World Finals experience, if you want to call it that. Actually, we're going to see this combination in a few weeks on the dirt at Bristol, which is going to be a ton of fun. Really looking forward to that one. We talked about that a little bit in the kickoff of the show here, Bert. It's time for some real-world racing here in Pennsylvania, though. Hopefully, Lincoln's able to get things rolling with the icebreaker.
Yeah, we'll see what happens this coming weekend here, Chris. I mean, the weather is not looking favorable right now, but that has time to change. I mean, it can change on a daily basis. We'll have probably a better idea coming up tomorrow on what's going to happen with the forecast and all that for the Lincoln Icebreaker. But yeah, I am so excited to see some racing in PA. You know, we can get some good icebreakers, get some rough icebreakers in there, but it's just going to be good to have the smell of methanol ringing through the Pigeon Hills and the sounds of the 410 sprint cars ringing through the Pigeon Hills, hopefully coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. I am ready to smell some race fuel, that's for sure. We'll get the tower up here so you can see where everybody is timing in. And one of the things to keep in mind here is the names at the top of the chart are going to change frequently in this one here because they go out in groups for this one. So in order to save the racetrack a little bit and give everybody some clean laps, 10 cars at a time are going to go out onto the racetrack. We'll pick up our buddy Dylan Freibel, or whatever it is we're calling him at this point. If you look there at the number 20, that's the Brett Hearn paint scheme that he was going to run for the World Finals. That is a sharp-looking race car, man.
I love it. Oh, is that Rylan Diebel in that car there? Yes, it is.
I believe so. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. God, he's going to be so pissed off at us.
Yeah, and here we'll get the comment up here from Don Grebe here saying on the whole counting caution laps, we'd be on here till midnight if they didn't count them.
You know what, Don, as soon as that came out of my mouth, I was thinking about that, is that it's going to be probably one of these all-night-long deals, and, yeah, it probably wasn't smart, but then again, if I pay to, well, then again, I'm not paying tonight, but if I pay to see a race, I want to go see every lap counted.
Yeah, it's sort of, I think, like the 200
to
laps.
a limit, at least.
You know, right. You know, you go see, you know, Super Dirt Week and some of those big shows, Eastern States. You're going there, you're going to see a 200-lap race. That's very different from the weekly show. And this series has been very, very competitive. I think it's pretty cool that they run the little bit longer of a race and count the caution laps. It gives it that kind of, at least to me anyway, a little bit more of a big event feel. We'll get the best times up here. Ethan Bill, quickest on the speed charts so far at a 16 flat. Jax Yawn, at a 16:06. 16:07 for Kyle Smith, Logan Donkerville, James Boniface. Round out your top 5. A lot of names have not shown up on the racetrack yet, including Chris Kurtzel, Jasper Zigafus, Steven Snyder Jr., Adam Bushell, Alex Kolinix, Logan Rumsey. There's a lot of big names that we have not seen out here yet. One of the surprises so far, I would say, is Loudon Reimer, currently running in the 6th position.
Yeah, Loudon, you know, he's a modified hot shoe, normally runs at the Granby Speedway weekly, so we'll see what he can do here coming up in qualifying as we are working through practice right now. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Loudon can do here coming up this season.
Yeah, he's got a good car underneath him.
Chris, not to cut you off, but that view there is badass.
Yes, it is. Actually,
that's beautiful.
Let's slide up here just a little bit. It's going to go the other way. That Loudon Reimer paint scheme is another of the real-world paint schemes as well. A little bit of clipping going on there. You can sort of see the front of Jax Yohn's car as he pulls out of the pits. But that number 14, Mancini Custom Homes, all-county garage door entry is a pretty sharp-looking race car there as well. So,
oh, I was hoping that had some purple in it. Oh, that would have been so cool to see that 14 with some purple in it. Oh.
Yep. Here, let's we'll take a look and find them here. There's Mr. Yawn in the high-pressure washing and painting 300 coatings number 24Y. And yep, we're gonna have 2 consies in this one. We're now just hearing. That one's going to be fun. Oh, that's right. Hold on. Let me find the car here. Let's see if we can get a look at it. Well, maybe not, as we wait for all the paint schemes to load in here, because we'll give the shout out to Richie Van Orden. Yeah, we're not going to get to see this one yet either. We'll show it to you on the racetrack, but the Deer Park diva Isabella Van Orden piloting the number 2 machine. That's another of the real-world paint schemes. That car looks fantastically sharp. One of the cool things, Bert, is you can actually, you basically get your iRacing paint job done, or your real-world paint job done up on an iRacing car, and it's a way to get almost like some hero card type materials done really early.
Yeah.
You can actually spec and see what your paint job is going to look like without having to wait for the actual wrap job to be done.
Yeah, it's pretty badass technology, honestly, Chris, to see where we're at now that you can actually see your car on the track and see what, if you like what's going to look underneath the lights. Because it's pretty accurate here with the light and all that, how close it will be looking like in real life. So obviously, if you run like some kind of a color chrome or whatever, or candy apple, like something like Danny Dietrich has or what have you, and you won't see that sheen that it has in like the sunlight and all that, but you can get kind of an idea of what you can expect from out of your car this year.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest things about the iRacing paint scheme setup was a couple of years ago they started including spec maps, and basically what a spec map is it allows you to go from a true flat matte finish all the way up to gloss chrome. If you apply a full, what I would call a chrome spec map to a white paint job, it actually looks like a mirror finish. It is so cool to see these things under the lights. You start getting some of the metal flake in the pearlescent colors. You really make these things look cool. And the neat thing is that's what the real world car looks like.
Yeah, it's some really great technology they have out here, Chris. And man, ain't it something the way everything just has come full circle over the last what? Oh hell, what are we on now in iRacing now? 4 or 5 years now, just to see what they're able to do with this technology. It's awesome.
It's the way technology has advanced is really pretty incredible. I mean, I go back to the days of the original NASCAR Racing 2, and then you got into a sim called Grand Prix Legends, which it's very similar to the engine that drove that piece of software 20 plus years ago is very similar to what's driving the physics in iRacing today. Everything seems to get better. Some things are not close enough yet. I mean, we'll be honest with that. But yeah, it's the fact that we can do this and we can sit here and actually call a race is really pretty incredible. As we pull up the 007 Mancini Custom Homes entry of Paul Mancini.
Chris, I want you to take a look at the timing tower here because you have Ethan Bill, Drew Boniface, and Logan Rumsey all at a 16 flat right now.
Yeah.
I know it's only practice, but still.
One of the things that, and it drives me up a wall in some of the league races that I run, is you'll see the practice charts and you go, man, I'm competitive. I might be a top 10 car tonight. And then you go out to qualify and you lose a half second. And it's like, where do they find it? I mean, the best drivers on iRacing, it is a unique skill set. It is, being a good iRacer doesn't mean you're going to be good in the real world. Being good on the real world doesn't mean it's going to translate to iRacing. But there are so many parallels that it really is pretty incredible.
Oh, I love how you say that, Chris. The second you say it takes some talent around iRacing, there's Paul Mancini running Alice and taking it in the wall and putting her over. Oh, that's fantastic timing.
Paul's always pretty good to us. We'll say it that way. He's good for a quote. There you go.
There you go, Paul.
Well, he's putting on a show, that's for sure. One of the neat things about iRacing, actually, is Hendrick Motorsports used it as a tool with Alex Bowman last season, basically during the 2019-2020 offseason. Rick Hendrick went to Alex Bowman's crew chief and said, hey, why can't we make the car in the real world feel like what he likes in iRacing.
Yeah.
So they brought Bowman in and said, put your setup in this race car, and loaded up iRacing and had him turn laps and collected the data from iRacing, and the crew chief looked at it and went, oh, that's what he wants. Alex Bowman's at the front of the field a whole lot now in NASCAR, which it's unreal that the driver gets a feel in the sim and they can translate that into real world lap times.
Well, what was it? 2006, I want to say it was. Whenever Denny Hamlin's rookie year was, when he won up at Pocono, he said he's never seen Pocono in his life, but I believe the only time he's seen it was I want to say it was NR03 was when the only time he saw Pocono. Other than that, he's never seen it before in his life, and he went out and won the day. I think he swept his rookie year in 06.
Yes, he
and he's
did.
been so good at Pocono. So it all brings back to either the original sim with NR03, because let's be honest here. We would not be here in iRacing without NR03. I think that's a fair assessment.
Yes. Yeah, it's a pretty good call there, because there's an entire generation of drivers in NASCAR now that grew up on these racing sims.
Mm-hmm.
As we're taking a look here at, we can officially crown him the champion. Your Wide Open Wednesday Series champion, Logan Rumsey. He does not even have to turn a wheel here in the big blocks. He's taken the big check home tonight. Currently sitting second quick on the speed charts, and that looks like that's where he's going to finish. And the other one we can get a look at here, and not exactly having the run he wants, but there's series runner-up Loudon Reimer. That Christmas meets number 58. Loudon, again, cannot be touched for second place in points. So a couple of big checks already going out the door here. Let's get you the timing and scoring results here. How about 1/100th of a second separating Alex Kolonix and Logan Rumsey here in qualifying?
That's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, Chris, because we saw how far out Rumsey was. Not only, I know it's two different disciplines between the 410s and the big blocks, but think about back to last week on how far out he was ahead of Perego, and I believe Kyle Smith was up there too after qualifying.
Yes, Reimer bounces it off the outside retaining wall. Yeah, the numbers are really pretty insane here. We'll stay on Loudon here as he again gets it way up towards the outside fence, but we're looking at total gaps from Reimert, who's currently 18th in qualifications, to the pole sitter Kolonix is 1/3 of a second. Blink your eyes twice and you'll miss the top 18 go by.
Well, we saw how good the big blocks ran last week at Cedar Lake. We'll see them again here tonight. See what they can do here. As
Yeah,
Reimer, I don't know if he got
fun.
stuck. Yeah.
How about this one? Isabella Van Orden is currently the slowest of the timers in 37th place. 0.8 of a second off of pole speed.
Not that far off.
Wow.
Really not that far out of there.
You know what? You think about it, 0.8 is a wiggle at each end of the racetrack.
Yeah.
That's how quickly you'll give up 0.4 in one of these big blocks. This one's going to be fun. The points battle for third, by the way, we can update you on that one, is currently 38 points. Currently Kyle Smith holding on to that third position, and word from race control is he's going to pretty much have to screw up big time in order to not take home third in points here. So qualifying wrapping up, we still have heat races, a couple of consies, and then the 50-lap feature coming up here tonight. So whole lot of racing still to go here on the National Racing Network.
You love it, you love it, you love it. What else would you rather be doing on a Wednesday night?
Here are your qualification results. Colonix, Rumsey, Mancini, Bonifice, your top 4. Ethan Bill, Steven Snyder, James Bonifice, Chris Kurzel, Talon Carter, Jasper Zigafus round out the top 10. And here's the starting grid for heat race number 1. On the pole will be the 22 of Alex Colonix. To his outside, the 202 of Drew Bonifice.
Row number 2 will have James Bonifice and Jasper Zigafus rounding out there. And then in row number 3, we'll have James Benz and Cody Welsh.
Row number 4, Walt Shadak and James Koslow. Row 5, Doug Snyder and Adam Bouchel. Rounding out the field will be Ryan Heckman, Ryan Cummings, and Isabella Van Orden. 7 rows, 13 cars will be the starting grid here for heat race number 1. And the unsponsored flames on the side of that number 22 machine belonging to Alex Colonix. And let's get you a look here. There's Isabella Van Orden in the Comfort Experts entry. That's the number 2 machine, the Deer Park Diva. Again, another one of those real-world paint schemes. Ryan Heckman is pretty close to what he runs on his micro sprints, and Ryan Cummings, excuse me, in that 27 American Heart Association Children's Hospital of Philadelphia entry. That one's a pretty cool paint scheme as well.
Now, Chris, you were saying about last week with that 27 car. Talk a little bit about that before we go green here, because we were talking about that a little bit. Didn't get a chance too much to do last week.
Yeah, that was Ryan basically had what I don't want to give like too many specifics and stuff here, but basically what amounted to emergency open heart surgery. He and his family credit doctors at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia with saving his life with a heart condition. And we're underway here. Alex Colonix checks out. Drew Bonifice going to hold the lead over James Bonifice for second.
We'll see if Colonix can hold off a pair of Bonifice now, as it looks like it'll be Drew will take the lead away from James. Now as they're still trying to find out, 2 around in turn 3 and 4. We'll stay green for right now, and yes, we're going to keep going here.
Yep, that was Isabella Van Orden, Walt Shadak, and James Koslow back to the front of the field. Top 3 have settled down. Top 5 are going to be your transfers. So let's slide back here, pick up the 027 of Cody Welsh as he heads down the back stretch and into 3.
Yeah, he's going to try and take away that 4 spot away from Jasper Zigafus. Here comes James Benz now. He's on the outside looking in. We'll see if he can't close in on this battle here, as it looks like Welsh will slide up in front of Zigafus. He almost feeds him a little bit of right rear. Zigafus turns it back on him. Back in the 3 and 4 again. Zigafus will slide up across the nose. Oh, they do make contact there. That'll take them both out of the transfer spot.
Oh, the 131 of Bouchel's involved in that one as well. We'll see if we stay green here. Something tells me race control is going to be a little bit more lenient on the yellow flags in this one. Battle for the lead heating up. Alex Colonix has it. Drew Bonifice wants a piece of the action.
See what happens here now as the field starts to slow or break away here. Your top 3 from Benz and Snyder. As now it looks like Colonix will slide up here. Here comes Drew Bonifice. He'll take the lead away with 4 laps to go. But Colonix is still right there, drag race now. Now here comes the other Bonifice now. That'll be James. I'm trying to figure out who's who here, Chris.
Without the timing and scoring monitors, I'm absolutely lost, and I haven't sent you timing and scoring yet. So
no, I have it on my screen here, so
Good.
I just had to figure out who's who.
Yeah, Drew is up to the outside now. James running in the 3rd position as Colonix tries to throw the slider, but Drew Bonifice is going to get the run off the corner. He'll win the drag race to the line, down to 2 to go.
Yeah, James, a little bit of right rear from Colonix now. Here comes James. He's going to get around his brother as he'll slide up again. This is going to be a great battle. Doctor's jacket in the air. White flag is out. Here on the final lap here in heat race number 1 here at the dirt track at Charlotte.
Off of number 2, James Bonifice makes the moves to the inside. Here comes Drew Bonifice looking to the inside of Colonix as well. Here comes the run off the corner. Who's going to get the spot at the line? James Bonifice gets the win. Colonix and Drew Bonifice by 3/100ths of a second.
Oh.
Yes, well done, boys. That was a ton of fun there.
That was fun. Great job, guys. That was some fun racing there as James Boniface will take the heat race #1 win over Alex Kolonix. Drew Boniface will finish third. James Ben and Doug Snyder round out your 5 transfers. Ryan Heckman, Cummings, Shadek, Orion, Koslow, Bushell, Zigafus, and Wells all have to go to the consies.
Here is the starting grid for heat race number 2. Going to be Logan Rumsey and Ethan Bill on the front row for this one. Chris Kurzel and Jax Yohn going to make up row number 2. That fantastic Thunder Mifflin scheme on Chris Kurzel. Row 3 will have Lawson Zarensis and Trent Brenneman. Row 4, JT Ferry and John Diotti. Gavin Krupp and Harold Klump in row number 5. Good luck with that one a little bit, Bert. Austin Kroboth and Chase Weir in row number 6. Row 7 going to be Xavier Sprague.
I believe that's John Diotti back there. He's running the Kenny Tremont scheme there. That's pretty badass to see there. But
let's see.
No, let's see. It's right there, right below him. Who was that there? That would be Ferry. JT Ferry.
Yeah, JT.
Yeah, there we go. That
Tremont scheme. And
I love
Matt
that color.
Shepard paint scheme right behind him here on the 69 of Gavin Krupp. So yeah, a lot of real world ink on these race cars here. This is almost one of those you stack them up, you put the legends' names on it, and you rerun one of these old races.
Well, that's what it looked like Trent Brenneman did there with the 33. It looks like he went with a Billy Pouch scheme as the field will come into the chalk line off of turn 4. Green flag is back out. And no surprise here, Logan Rumsey takes the lead. But Ethan Bill is not letting him get away just yet as they come back down the back straight. Nearly 3 wide there between Jan and Kurzel. As now the top 4 underneath the blanket. Brenneman trying to close in with the Hornets that's behind him.
Oh, man, what a run down the front straightaway here. Give me the big blocks on iRacing any day of the week. They're beating doors just a little bit back behind them. That's the 69 of Krupp, the 12 of Zarensis. But we'll hold on to Jax Yohn and Chris Kurzel. They're still going to be 3 wide with Ethan Bill.
Oh, great battle now, Logan Rumsey. Looks like he might have ran up the wall a little bit there. We'll see if the field can't close up now. We're still 3 wide for that second spot now. Here comes Jan. He's going to try and pull a slide job with Kurzel. Meanwhile, back behind them, Krupp trying to pull a big slide on Brenneman. Brenneman nearly gets to the wall. Krupp into the 5th and final transfer spot.
Yeah, we're going to stay right here. This is the battle for the transfer spot. Ethan Bill hanging back there in 4th. Gavin Krupp in 5th. Here comes the 33 of Trent Brenneman looking to the inside off at turn number 4. Brenneman gets the tail really loose there. He's going to give up the spot just about to Lawson Zarensis. Down to 6 laps to go here. Zarensis now around the outside of Brenneman off at 2.
Brenneman wants to get back in this race. He has to go now. They'll try and pull a big slider along Zarensis. Not going to happen now. As now, 2 cars in the wall there. That looks to be Z Zarensis and the 35 of Sprague. Staying green right now. As take a look here, battle for second, or is that the battle for the lead, Chris?
Yep, this is the battle for second off of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Chris Kurzel has it. Jax Yohn wants it. Ethan Bill's right there. That kid can't get out of the frame, it seems like. Kurzel gets around Jax Yohn off of 4 and is going to hold the spot for the full lap here. Logan Rumsey out to a 2.5 second lead with 3 to go.
No surprise there with Logan Rumsey, his domination. It seems like the leaders are ripping that high side, trying to tear the fence down here early here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway here, as the Kurzel will slide over into the wall. Maybe Yohn might have found something on the middle. They try to get around the lap car there. Or Ethan Bill now trying to close in on Yohn here. Twin 6 out, 2 to go.
And don't give up the locked-in transfer spot, battling for 3rd. That's got to be the big one. Little shot in the rear end there from Ethan Bill. Trying to slide Jax Yohn up the racetrack. We're down to 1 to go. Let's pick up your race leader, Logan Rumsey, and new series champion, Logan Rumsey. He makes his way through turns 3 and 4. This one, easy street right down Broadway to make the Brett Hearn reference. Bounces it off the outside wall, takes the checkered flag, and Logan Rumsey claims heat race number 2 over Chris Kurzel, Jax Yohn, Ethan Bill, and Gavin Krupp, the top 5 that'll transfer into tonight's A main. 6 through 10 belongs to Trent Brenneman, John Diotti, Lawson Zarensis, JT Ferry, Xavier Sprague, Chase Weir, Austin Kroboth, and Harold Klump. Let's get you the starting grid now for heat race number 3. Take it away, Bert.
All right, heat race number 3 here for the big block modifieds. Paul Mancini will be on the pole. Alongside him will be Steven Snyder. Talon Carter in the 3rd spot. He'll be lined up alongside Kyle Smith. Ryan Conrad in the 5th spot. Loudon Reimer coming from the 6th spot. That'll be fun to watch. Jordan Cox starting 7th. Dylan Freebull starting in the 8th spot. Got your name right there, bud. Logan Donville starting in the 9th spot there. Logan Watts starting 10th. Cole Perez starting 11th. And Brian Sharp rounds up the field in 12th.
Yeah, that's your 12-car starting grid. And check in some of the comments here. Bryce Bailey a few minutes ago saying big right rear. Yeah, that one was pretty huge.
Adam.
This was the end of heat race number 1. Don Grebe saying great race. And he comes back just a minute or so ago saying another great race. Yeah, this one's... We have had 3 very, very fun races so far. And let's see. Actually, Dylan Freibel does not take the field here, so tough break for him.
Oh.
Pick up the 91 of Logan Watt. He's going to be the 6th in timing and scoring, but he's the 91 there. Interesting, not running family colors on that one. There's Loudon Reimert's number 58. We see that paint scheme a ton. We'll head up towards the front of the field here as they're off at turn number 4. Green flag goes in the air, and Paul Mancini's going to take the early lead into 1.
Boy, that's a fantastic start for Mancini. Now as we'll take a look behind him, Snyder in that plain white 021. He don't need to look flashy. It just needs to run good. Snyder will pull a big slider on Mancini. They'll try and turn it back on him. Snyder will hold on to that there, but Mancini gets him at the line. Loudon Reimer off the 4th already in the first lap.
Holy cow, where do you keep your eyes here? A little bit of beating and banging back in the pack just a little bit. Oh, big hit for Logan Watt. He goes up and over. Cole Perez, Jordan Cox involved in that one. Will slide a little bit further forward here. Pick up Ryan Conrad. This is the battle for the transfer spot. Conrad in 5th, Alan Carter in 6th.
Carter looking on the bomb now. He's going to try and pull a big slider on Conrad. He'll get around him. Conrad turns it back on him. Conrad takes it back at the line for momentarily now. We'll try it again. Conrad will pull a little bit of a slider, not as big as the one as Carter pulled on. Back down the back straight. Chris, I think he's laying up for another slider.
Here comes the haymaker once again in 3 and 4. These guys will trade them every end of the racetrack here. Conrad going to look back under it as the top 4 are all single file. Reimert's up in 2nd position. Starting to catch in on Mancini just a little bit. We'll stay here as Talon Carter now holds on to the 5th and final transfer spot.
It looked like Snyder got on the wall there. Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that there. Snyder got into the wall. He's going to lose some spots as he comes back down here. Seems like the leaders now are single file. We'll see if Carter can wind some up here on Snyder as here comes Conrad again trying to make it in his field here. 3 laps to go at the line.
Seeing 4 to go here on timing and scoring. Paul Mancini still the race leader, but the gap is closing. There it is between Mancini off of 4 and Reimert's right there as well. Kyle Smith holding on to 3rd. No real challenge yet from Steven Snyder Jr. The battle rages for the transfer.
Oh, and they're trading slides here for that transfer spot between Conrad and Carter. We'll see what happens again here. Conrad will run the middle. Carter up on the high side. 2 laps to go this time by here. And we'll keep an eye also up on the front there as Loudon Reimer closing in on Paul Mancini. Keep it right here, though, as white flag will be out this time by for Paul Mancini. But Conrad's going to slide up again. Pull another slider on Carter. Conrad will hold on 5th and final transfer spot. Brian Conrad in the show, but Carter right there.
Haymaker slider into 1 and 2 for Talon Carter. Conrad crosses back under off the corner. Checkered flag is out. Paul Mancini claims the win in the heat race. This is the battle for the transfer. Whole lot of right side romance from Talon Carter. Who's it at the line? Oh, what a finish. Ryan Conrad nips Talon Carter by 3/100ths of a second at the line. Holy cow.
Oh, that might be the smallest amount of karma I've ever seen in my life. Oh, wow.
Oh,
that was fantastic.
Here's your results for Heat 3. Mancini, Reimert, Snyder, Smith, and Conrad transfer. Carter, Dontonville, Perez, Cox, Sharp, Freibel, and Watt all will head to the Consi. Let's get the comments up here because Our buddies checking in with the concession stand alert. No Coke, Pepsi this week, says Geezer Finelli.
Good. Pepsi's better than Coke.
Harry Yawn comments that the Coke just went flat. Oh, well done, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Here's the starting grid for Heat Race number 4. Brian.
No, I think it's Concy.
Oh, yeah, this is the Concy, isn't it? Yeah, first Concy. First of the B mains here. Top 4, I believe, will transfer out of this. Yep, top 4 going to transfer. Ryan Heckman, Talon Carter on row number 1. And it's going to be John Diotti and Walt Shadak in row 2. Cole Perez, JT Ferry in row 3. James Coslow, Brian Sharp in row number 4. Row 5 will have Chase Weir and Jasper Zigafus. Logan Watt will round out the field in the 11th position. Top 4 will transfer in here. You'll see those names loaded up in green here as soon as the graphics reset anyway. Man, Bert, this has been outstanding so far. And this is the reason that they went to the modifieds. You have fewer yellows and you have better racing. You let these guys beat and bang off each other and have some fun.
Chris, it's been phenomenal racing throughout this entire event. You know, we saw some great stuff up at Cedar Lake last week. We're just seeing some more here tonight at the third track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Green flag is out here. We'll take a look here. Ryan Heckman taking the lead now over Carter. Carter, he's going to be driving probably the wheels off that thing, trying to get in, knowing how that last race ended. We were 3 by 3 now coming off of turn 4.
Holy cow, great racing throughout the field here. Heckman still has the lead to the outside. Talon Carter looks to his inside, and Carter he's going to go right back into another duel, trying to get into the show here. Don't wad it up. That's the mission at this point if you're in that top 4. Oh, man, they're really beating and banging one car hard up into the outside wall. That's the Kenny Tremont paint scheme of JT Ferry. We're looking here at Cole Perez in the number 14. He currently has the 5th spot, 4th. Now belongs to James Coslow in the number 97. Everybody behind him here is jockeying for position to attack for the transfer as we're down to 12 to go.
Yeah, it looks like here comes Logan Watt trying to close in now on this field here, trying to make his way into tonight's feature event now. There goes, it looks like Shydak. He's going to fall all the way back to the rear of this field now, as very great return now from his incident earlier right now. It looks like in the Jared up and Howard car, looks like it's going to be Cole Perez on the outside looking in. As Logan Watt now up to 5th. He's going to feed a little bit of a right rear up onto Perez.
Down the back straightaway. Trouble for James Coslow. Watt currently in the 6th position. Oh, here comes the 14. Wow, man, what a great drive off the corner for the 14 of Shadak, but he can't make anything of it. Zigafus now up onto the back bumper a lot. These guys are still fighting tooth and nail. Ryan Heckman's now back to that 4th and final transfer spot as they go around. A couple of cars have trouble on the front straightaway. Let's pick up Heckman in the 30. He's your final transfer, and nobody is close to him. That's how big of an impact that last incident had. Down to 7 to go. We'll see if Ferry or Watt has anything to catch up to Heckman.
Yeah, we'll see what they got, anything, Chris. I don't know yet. They're running out of time here. I think that battle might have wasted a good bit of their precious time that they had here trying to close in on Heckman. But it looks like JT Ferry starting to close in now. He's within a second. Oh, man. Heckman did not get off that last corner very well. There's JT Ferry. He's right there on Heckman.
Yeah, this is the one-armed warrior here driving that number 30. Heckman is probably in a fair bit of pain at this point if he's trying to use both hands. A valiant effort, but I think one that's going to fall a little bit flat here is we'll pick up the front of the field here because that's the best battle on the racetrack, and it's the one for the lead. Talon Carter off of 4.
Almost forgot there's a race for the lead now with how great the racing behind him has been for that transfer spot. Now Talon Carter will take your lead, but John Diotti is still right there on his back bumper. We're going to see what he does here going into turns 3 and 4. He'll follow his tire track through the middle of 3 and 4. Going to see what happens. We have 3 laps to go this time by Milan.
I honestly think this is a case of John Diotti trying to be very smart about this. He knows Alan Carter will not hesitate to throw that big monster slider. Let him run there. You're locked into the show if you don't make any mistakes here. And if you get close enough, you try it with 1 or 2 to go. That's what we're down to right now.
Exactly, and it's only going to get you a handful of spots, but if you try it too early, it might cost you everything, as Talon Carter will come off at turn number 4. He's got the white flag in the air. 1 to go this time by for Talon Carter. John Diotti in second. James Coslow, he's running in third spot. JT Ferry has made it in from after his early contact with the wall. He'll make it around here, try and make it in. Checker flag is going to be out. Talon Carter wins consolation number 1 here for the Big Block Modified.
Yeah, that may be our only Conti. We'll see what iRacing's going to show us here in just a moment. But, man, that was, once again, just fantastic racing. The big blocks definitely put on a show here. That is for sure. And, yeah, that was our C main. So we will have one more Conti coming up here. But let's get you the results from tonight's C main. It's really the first of 2 twin Bs. Top 4 transferring in: Talon Carter, John Diotti, James Coslow, and JT Ferry. The night comes to an end for Ryan Heckman, Jasper Zigafus, Logan Watt, Cole Perez, Ryan Sharp, Walt Shadak, and Chase Weir. Starting grid for consolation race number 2. 12 cars entered. Bert, give them the lineup.
Trent Brenneman and Ryan Cummins on the front row here. Logan Donville, Los Easterenches, he'll be in the 12 car. He'll be starting fourth. Isabella Warden will be starting in the 5th spot alongside Jordan Cox, Xavier Sprague, and Adam Bouchel. He'll be in the 131 starting 8th. 9th will be Dylan Freeble. Is he can make it out? Yes, he can. And Austin Korboff in the 10th spot. Rolling off in the final row here, Cody Welsh and Harold Klump. And that is your field, I believe, Chris. And we'll see what Port Royal regular in not only the super late models, but also in the limited late models up there. Trent Brenneman, what he's got tonight in a big block modified. He said he was looking forward to this earlier. Run the Billy Pouch colors here tonight.
That's right, the K&A Excavating Pioneer Pole Buildings first choice number 33. Super Dirt Car Series branding on that one. VP Racing Fuels. This is about as real as it's going to get here. Cummings starting to his outside. He would be a good story to see him get in, but a whole lot of hungry race car drivers back behind him as they come off of turn number 4. Green flag in the air. We're underway. Brenneman checks out. That hasn't played out well so far this evening.
No, it hasn't. But in the last Conti, it kind of worked out there for Carter and Diotti. Got him away from a lot of trouble. Let's come down the back straightaway here. We'll see as we look at Cox, Gordon, and Sprague trying to find a way here, trying to fight that 40-mile transfer spot now. Oh, there's a guy on the car here, almost 4 wide there as they come off on turn number 2. We are 3 wide, though, down the back straightaway. Boy, we're getting some great racing in here, Chris, as we got one up in the wall.
Yeah, that's going to be the car. Xavier Sprague bouncing it on the outside retaining wall. Jordan Cox, Ryan Cummings battling for the final transfer spot. What a move by Isabella Van Orden. She's going to get inside of Cummings off at turn number 2. Move Isabella Van Orden into the final transfer spot. She's going to bring Adam Bouchel with her. Cummings falling back to the field now.
Now Cox up to third. Isabella Van Orden trying to go into that third spot. Not going to happen. Here comes Los Easterenses now. He's going to fight down this back straightaway. Excuse me, that's Adam Bouchel. He's going to close in, but Los Easterenses is coming with him. Oh, man, there's a Hornet's nest there. Back behind him for that 4th and final transfer spot.
Man, this is absolutely insane racing all around the dirt track in Charlotte. Beautiful Concord, North Carolina on a crystal clear night. Trent Brenneman leads by 1.5 seconds as we're down to 10 to go. We're going to stay right here as these cars are beating and banging hard. Just a little bit back of that final transfer.
Boy, this is exactly what Adam Bouchel wants to see now. He wants to see them battling right behind him there, so he can pull away a little bit, not have to worry about fighting on here for this final transfer spot, as he is in that transfer spot. As we take a look here, here comes Welch, might be closing in a little bit now as Los Easterenses coming around the horn as we got Cox trying to pull a slide in right now. Daltonville for a second. He'll make it happen. And here comes Bouchel as well.
Yep, this is 2, 3, and 4 going into turn number 1. Bouchel's got a great view of the action here. In fact, let's pick up the onboard here and show you what Adam Bouchel is seeing. This action right in front of him here from the Hot Shoe Raceway in-car cab.
Listen to that throttle control, Chris. He's very...
I get it for you because too many cars are passing too many cars here. Redeman's loving what he's seeing in his rearview mirrors. Dontanville, Bouchel, and Cox battle for second, third, and fourth. The lead now out over 2 seconds. And really not a lot of gain out of Cody Welsh and Lawson Zarensis here either.
Now it feels starting to slow, kind of spread itself out now as the battle is for second. Bouchel trying to pull a slider now as we got 2 cars spinning on the back of turn 3 and 4 there. We're going to stay green. That would have been Cody Welsh. Oh, he's on the outside looking in again. Now it becomes Ryan Cummings going to close in now, but do they have enough time to close up onto Jordan Cox now for that 4th and final transfer spot with 3 laps to go?
This is the battle for second. Logan Dontanville and Adam Bouchel going at it. Dontanville slides up the racetrack. Bouchel going to try the cross under. He'll throw the slider right back at him in 3 and 4. Dontanville tried to cross back under, just not enough of a run, but he's close enough to try the haymaker again in 1 and 2. Bouchel back to the bottom of the racetrack. We'll just trade sliders with a couple to go here in the concert.
Yeah, maybe trying to feel the track out as a white flag is out this time by for Trent Brenneman. Saying earlier, he's a regular up there at Fort Worth Speedway with the Super Late Model, driving the Mifflin Hill Beverage River Valley Builders Super Late Model up there at the Fort Worth Speedway. Going to try and make a great 2021 season off at turn number 4. He's going to get the win here in the Big Block Modified Conti. Number 1 is, he'll take the win, or Conti over Brian. Yeah, Bouchel. Yeah, I'll get it right eventually. Adam Bouchel, Logan Dontanville, Jordan Cox. Those are your 4 transfers into the night's A main.
Yeah, the night's going to come to an end for Lawson Zarensis, Cody Welsh. We'll get you the results up here so you guys can see them as well as us reading them. Night comes to an end for Zarensis, Welsh, Sprague, Isabella Van Orden, Austin Kroboth, Ryan Cummings, Dylan Freibel, and Harold Wall.
And we'll see what's going on. I believe, are we going right into the feature?
Absolutely, we are. It is
Let's do it.
feature time here at the dirt track at Charlotte, the season finale to the wide open Wednesday series. And this one is going to be absolutely stacked. James Boniface and Logan Rumsey on row number 1. Paul Mancini and Alex Kolonix in row number 2.
Chris Frizzell and Louder Reimer rolling out row number 3, and Drew Boniface and Jack Young make up row number 4.
Row 5 will have Steven Snyder Jr. and James Benz. Row number 6, Ethan Bill and Kyle Smith.
Row number 7, Doug Snyder and Gavin Krupp, and row number 8 will have Brian Conrad and Talon Carter.
Down now to our cars who made it in through some last chance races here. Trent Brenneman and John Diotti in row number 9. Row 10, Adam Bouchel and James Coslow.
And row number 11 has Logan Dontanville and JT Ferry. Round out the field, row 12 will be Jordan Cox in the 0-1 as the field comes down. The iRacing Chevrolet Silverado makes its way into the infield. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time this season, it's latte time, folks. It is time to hear the big blocks rumble here in Charlotte.
Boniface going to grab the early lead here through turn number 1 and 2. Logan Rumsey going to be all over his back bumper, side by side between Mancini and Kolonix into 3.
Boy, nearly 3 wide off the corner there for the lead between Boniface, Rumsey, and Mancini. Now Kolonix now takes away that third spot. Big slider by Logan Rumsey and Boniface. He'll take the lead away again from Boniface. Now looking on the bottom, trying to make something happen. He'll slide Rumsey all the way up to the top. Great battle for the lead here. Great racing all over the place here in track at Charlotte.
We're going to stick to this battle for the race lead. Already 3 laps in the books. James Boniface now falling back behind Logan Rumsey just a little bit. Paul Mancini down to the inside. Alex Kolonix the outside. Big slide job by Jax Yawn. He got up into Loud and Reimer. Reimer not going to take kindly to that as Chris Ernzel now making his way forward. First time all season we've seen Ernzel up front and not in position to be a hard charger.
Yeah, but you know what? That was a hell of a drive there by Reimer and Jax Yawn there. Yawn went up in front of him there. And oh, now as I say that, Reimer goes up in the fence. We'll see if that will say green here. And we will right now. Nope, yellow's out.
Trouble on the racetrack. Caution number 1 for Loudon Reimer getting up into the outside retaining wall. He'll bring it down into the pit area. Get your look here. Keep your eye on that number 58. Oh, he just kind of clipped bumpers with Jax Yawn a little bit. Steven Snow Jr. involved. Several cars going around. Drivers meeting turn 1.
So that'll make it interesting. Now with Loudon Reimer coming from the rear of this field here, as he'll take it into the pit area, see if he can get the 58 car back out here. And he showed a lot of speed last week out at Cedar Lake. See if he can do it again here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, he'll take the one quick repair on offer and tail in at the back of the field. But how about it here? Loudon Reimer will restart 22nd. Steven Snyder Jr. will restart 23rd. 16 and 14 positions lost respectively. We're going to watch those boys come forward. Currently, your high-pressure washing and painting hard charger belongs to the number 42 of Logan Dontonville. That car up 8 spots from the drop of the green flag. The Big Jim's Cookie Company, number 42. Can't forget getting that sponsor call into things. It's going to be really interesting to see on this restart how Rumsey treats this one maybe a little bit different coming from the outside versus Boniface on the inside. Yeah,
Well,
Rumsey got a great jump.
Yeah, we saw with the 410s, Chris, he liked that high side there, and he said how on Loudon showed the bottom there on that last restart with the 410 sprint cars here, but now we're in a big block modified. But it seems like that high side's working from that low there. Rumsey is pulling away from the field. It'll slide up now. Paul Mancini up in a second now. Battle for the 4th spot between Kolonix and Boniface. As Kolonix will slide up. Here comes Ryan Cruzel. Cruzel trying to battle Kolonix for that 4th spot.
Oh, man, almost 4 wide on corner entry into 3. We got our eye on that 7 of Chris Ernzel. He's a punching bag right now. That car taking a beating and bagging from all sides. Jax Yawn looks to the inside of him off at turn number 2. He's going to lose the spot to Ethan Bill.
See now Chris Cruzel now, he's trying, his yellow flag is out. Towards the back of
on the racetrack. Yeah, let's see. We'll see where the issue was here, and may have been trouble here for Jordan Cox. Let's take a look and see what we can see. Ride on that number 1, the red and black car at the bottom of your screen. Now on the left-hand side of things. Oh, huge into the infield tractor tire. Yeah,
you tire will always win, folks.
I was going to say.
Tire will always win.
Let's get that one here from the cockpit cam, that's for sure.
I'm sure that's going to feel good tomorrow. Boy, listen to how much he came off the throttle, Chris, and it still would not turn.
Yeah, he was trying to get away from it, that's for sure. But no dice, no joy for the driver of the 0-1. Robert Mancini checking in here. He's taking a little shot at us here, but I like it. Give him something to write about. That is for sure.
I love it.
Well done, Robert. Well played.
That was really good, actually.
Mancini now going to line up to the inside. Now this restart's going to be a little bit different. Rumsey and Mancini run together a lot. They're teammates on the Logan Rumsey Esports team. James Boniface doesn't necessarily have that same experience. Mancini knows what Logan's tricks are.
We'll see. Oh, he was up for it now, but he might have spun the tires now. Collins will get a great restart as he'll take the second spot away from Paul Mancini. Down the back straightaway, Collins is closing in on your leader, Logan Rumsey, as we got some great battling behind them. That's one of the Boniface cars, and Chris Grizel, that's Stage and Chris Grizel going at it right now.
Top four all single file. A couple of Bonifaces. One car going way up and over against the outside retaining wall. We'll see if that's going to bring a caution flag or not. I don't think so. That may have been Adam Michelle going up and over.
Good job getting that clear. Here comes Collins. Oh, Rumsey might have messed up there, but he got a great run going down the back straightaway. What a drive from Logan Rumsey. Thought he lost the lead there, but Collins, I'm not sure what happened there. Something was going on there with Rumsey's car or what, but I feel like he's losing a lot of ground, and he's trying to apex the corner, Chris.
Yeah, it's a different line that we're seeing Rumsey run at this point as Collins beating down the outside retaining wall in turns 3 and 4. Alex Collins rapidly closing in on race leader Logan Rumsey as we work lap number 19.
Oh, we'll see if Rumsey can hold on that lead now. He goes up and runs the high side. Now he'll run down the middle. He'll slide away at the wall. Now Paul Mancini closing out Collins for the second spot. Right now, Logan Rumsey out to a half a second lead over Collins and Mancini as Grizel takes away the 4th spot away from Boniface.
Working it down the back stretch and through turns 3 and 4. Rumsey holding on to the lead, but it's only 0.6, now 0.7 of a second. Top 3 getting cleared out pretty well. Single file will slide back here, picking up Drew Boniface battling with Chris Kurtzel.
Might be saving a little bit of that right rear, Chris, for the final stages of this race. Might have learned a little bit something with the 410s on how this track is going to go away. Sure, the 410s have a little bit more of a spin in the tires as the yellow is out again here. Third caution of the night. Let's see what this one is for.
Yeah, we'll take a look here and we'll see what we can find.
Getting back to what I was saying, Chris, is that the 410s, you have a little bit more of the faster the way the wheel spins there, so it might lay a little bit more rubber. I'm not sure how it works here on iRacing, but the big blocks normally when after the 410s come out don't really like that because of the way they polish the track off. But maybe you might be able to learn something here with iRacing, maybe how fast the track is going to go away.
Yeah, trouble on the racetrack for James Benz. We'll get the replay, the Hot Shoe Raceway instant replay. Oh, he may have had a little bit of help. Well, he got it up over the outside retaining wall and a couple of big hits there as well.
Hit it to himself.
Yeah, let's get the tweet up here from Dylan Freibel Photography. How's this tonight? We flipped the Dylan Photos Track Talk podcast in the Consi running 8th, 9th. Missed the heat due to pedal problems. Check out the pictures on our Twitter feed here because it's some outstanding iRacing photography there. We'll say it that way.
Oh, boy. That's becoming a big thing now in iRacing photography. I see a couple guys have that.
Yep, it's a fun thing to do too. We'll have to show you a little bit of how that stuff works, Perkins. You're a fellow photog. You would get into that one pretty good. Pace truck's off.
I love it.
Coming back to green, and it's going to be cross flags in the air. 25 down, 25 to go here in Charlotte.
Oh, we'll see what's going to happen here. Mancini tried to get a good restart. He'll slide away. Collins now. He's on the corner. The yellow flag is out. Oh, Logan Rumsey saved by the yellow.
The referee steps in and calls it off. What a tough break for Alex Collins, Chris Kurtzel, Paul Mancini. They were all right there battling for the win. Here's the reason for the caution. Trouble for James Coslow. He's going to be that 97 machine. Well, several cars getting backed up. Coslow goes around.
James Coslow, you hold the entire field of beer for ruining that battle.
Well, here, you know what? Let's wind it back again here, and kind of show it, we'll slow it down here to quarter speed so you can see who actually caused the issue up ahead of him. That looks like 42 may have been Jax Yohn in that one as well. Yeah, 3 cars trying to go 3 wide.
I take that back. Jax Yohn, you own the entire field of beer.
Yeah, the 3 cars getting involved there is kind of what hung up Koslow. That's actually probably the reason for the yellow. He got himself spun back around. That really was a through no fault of his own kind of deal. Run you back through the field here. 23rd is Jordan Cox. He's being scored 4 laps down. Doug Snyder 1 lap down in 22nd. We'll see if there are any penalties that come from race control. There's been a couple so far tonight, but nothing of major consequence here. Still Logan Rumsey at the front of the field, and this one's going to be a single file restart. If there's one person who wants to see that single file, it's going to be Logan Rumsey.
Maybe a little bit of brake check there, Chris, from Rumsey.
Wow, Chris Kurtzel just got pinched hard into the outside retaining wall. He's going to lose a couple of spots here to Drew and James Boniface. Tell you what, though, Bert, these big blocks and the Northeast modifieds on iRacing can absolutely take a pounding.
I tell you what, they're racing so well here tonight, Chris, and it's been, actually, I think this is better than what we've seen in the 410 sprint cars here earlier tonight. So great job by the entire field here. As we keep a look here at Ryan Grisell, Kyle Smith, and Ryan Conrad. He's in that 8th spot there. Conrad, you remember, he was in the last transfer spot, and there's Talon Carter. Remember, Conrad took that final transfer spot away from Conrad in the final heat race of the night. So maybe a little bit of payback here coming up from him.
Yeah, these guys all in contention for the high-pressure Washington painted hard charger. Both Conrad and Carter up 7 positions from the drop of the green flag. Trent Brenneman up 6. JT Ferry currently the leader in the clubhouse as well, +7.
Meanwhile, we'll take a look here. Logan Rumsey pulling away from Alex Kolinix. Maybe Kolinix, if you can get one more restart here and maybe some lap traffic, might get some help here. It's 16 laps to go here. The third truck at Charlotte. Most leaders now running that high side. We take a look at Boniface cars of Drew and James. Drew's at 4th and James at 5th.
Yeah, Drew Boniface caught the outside retaining wall in turn 4 just a lap ago. That allowed James and Chris Kurtzel to catch right back up on him. This is going to be the best battle on the racetrack. These 3 cars all nose to tail. Also, Loudon Reimert and Talon Carter. How about this fight as Loudon Reimert looks to make his way forward?
Yeah, Loudon Reimert, he is 2 spots behind of where he started right now, but that's a charge for the field from his early race incident, so it took him almost the entire race. As he's going to slide up, as we got one car all up into the wall there, that was be the 213 of James Boniface. So we'll see if he'll keep it going. Now the yellow will come out.
Caution flag on the speedway for the 5th time this evening. That is trouble for Trent Brenneman.
Oh, Trent.
Take a look here, see what happened to the 33. Oh, that's what happened. Steven Snyder Jr. happened. So we'll see if there's a penalty issued here to the 021, but
yeah, but if you saw the start, of that replay, Chris, Trent was trying to turn that thing to get it set back up, and that thing was it was dead set to the right. He was trying to get that thing slide the way it wanted to go. It just was not turning on him.
Yeah, that car just did not want to giddy up and go. That is for sure. So let's give you a full field rundown here with 12 laps remaining. Logan Rumsey's your race leader, and he's been out front for just about the entire night. Alex Kolinix runs 2nd, Paul Mancini 3rd, Drew Boniface 4th, and Chris Kurtzel rounds out your top 5.
Then those would be Kyle Smith in the 6th spot, James Boniface in 7th. Talon Carter, he's +8 right now in the high pressure and painting hard charger award. He's running the 8th spot. Loudon Reimer in 9th. Jasper Zigafus rounds out the top 10.
11th place going to be Steven Snyder Jr., Gavin Krupp 12th, Ethan Bill 13th, 14th JT Ferry, 15th John Diotti, 16th, James Benz. 17th, Adam Bouchel. 18th, Logan Dontonville. 19th, Jack Zion. And 20th, Trent Brenneman.
And I'm sorry about that. That's actually Ryan Conrad in 10, not Jasper Zegerfoods.
Yeah, rounding out the field here is going to be James Coslow, Doug Snyder, and Jordan Cox. And we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. We'll see. Going to be one more lap here.
Yep, there it is, Chris.
Just getting the word from race control. 021 EOL as cause of the caution. So Steven Snyder Jr. going to have to head to the back here. He will now restart in the 21st position. Incredibly interesting here. For the great racing we've seen, not much change in position here amongst the top 10. Outside of Talon Carter, who's up 6, everybody else has only moved a handful of positions or so.
Yeah, exactly, Chris. I mean, you're looking here. Logan Rumsey's only up 1. Alex Kolnick's only up 2. Drew Boniface up 3. You got to look back all the way to 6, and Kyle Smith, who's plus 6 right now. But right now, Talon Carter, he's a plus 8.
Going back to green flag racing, we'll pick up James Boniface, Kyle Smith, and Talon Carter. This is going to be 6th, 7th, and 8th on the racetrack. Smith with a little bit of a connection issue starting to look like. Oh yeah, that's a whole lot of net code right there with Smith making contact with Herzl as the caution flag flies one more time. Looks like trouble for Trent Brenneman and Jack Zion here.
See what happens here. Brenneman looking on the inside. Just ran in a little bit too hard there on Jack Zion.
Yeah,
not
way
sure if Zion checked up.
Corner entry there.
Yeah, not sure if Zion checked up a little bit there. Brenneman just ran her in a little bit too hard there, but they'll be both going to the end of the field here.
EOL to the 33 of Trent Brenneman as the cause of the caution, and Jack Zion now running in the 20th position. So those guys will get to resume their hostilities here as we come back to green. And we're down to 5 to go here. I know they have the green-white checkered set up. I'm not sure if it's 1 attempt or 3 attempts, but if you're Logan Rumsey, you really don't want to see a caution flag about now.
No, you don't. And if you're Alex Collins, you have one shot on this. This is going to be on the restart here. I wonder if Alex might try and go down to the bottom here, try and pull the slider here. That might be his last attempt, but he might be content running in second right now, too, because the bottom has really not shown much for sliders here in the last couple laps. It's really been ripping that high side there on that razor-thin cushion around the top side here at third track Charlotte.
Yeah, and that's one of the other things to keep in mind here is the points battles. As much as the top 3 are fairly well settled, everybody else has a ton to fight for here. Do you risk the points paying positions? Top 15 in points, all earning cash here tonight. We're down to 3 to go, and here comes the slider from Collins. Huge up into Rumsey. Here comes Mancini to the inside. They're going to stack them all up.
Oh, we called that one. Oh, wow. Collins is going for broke caution flag out for some wreckage behind him that was caused by that slider. Oh, man. Alex Collins gave it everything he could. Oh,
trouble for Kyle Smith. He's going to be the reason for the caution here. It's the Hot Shoe Race where instant replay. Keep your eye on that 177. They all stack up. Oh, Loudon Reimer, absolutely full send inside of 1 and 2.
And he had the tire, Chris.
Yeah, let's find Loudon Reimer on this one. Oh, check up, bounces it off of one of the Bonifaces and Kyle Smith. Oh, no. He just hit the jump coming back onto the racetrack. Holy cow.
You know, he does have, there are some monster truck races around here. I believe that back school bash and all that stuff. He looked like one of the monster trucks hitting the jump out there.
Here's the onboard from Loudon Reimer. monster fistfuls of steering wheel. Holy cow. And
Oh, that
now,
was great.
back at the front of the field, Logan Rumsey and Paul Mancini lining up for the win here.
Now,
Drew
Chris, he
Boniface,
said they are
Alex-
teammates.
They are
What?
teammates. That whole comment to give them something to talk about. Let's see. Off the turn 4, Rumsey gets the great restart here. We're down to a green-white checkered finish. Mancini not close enough to make the attempt, but guess what? It's going to be coming here at some point because there's absolutely no quit in Paul Mancini. That's for sure. White
No,
flag
there
is
isn't a
out,
white flag.
one lap to go.
White flag is out for Logan Rumsey. He's trying to sweep the night here. Does Paul Mancini has anything yet? As Drew Boniface now, he'll roll up in the third spot here. Meanwhile, he'll go on the bottom side of the wall. Logan Rumsey will sweep the night here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. He wins the Big Boy Modified feature.
Doubles up on the night. How about we call it a triple because he's going to be your points champion as well. Logan Rumsey picking up not only 2 wins, but also the wide open Wednesday series champion. And the kid just knows how to get it right there to victory lane. Paul Mancini's going to come home in the 2nd position. Let's get you the full results here from tonight's feature event. Rumsey, Mancini, Boniface, Kolonix, and Kurzel, your top 5. Ethan Bill, Talon Carter, Ryan Conrad, Loudon Reimer, James Boniface, your top 10.
John Dehote in the 11th spot. Gavin Crump in 12th. Adam Buchel in 13th. James Benz 14th. JT Berry 15th. Logan Dottonville in the 16th spot. James Coslow in 17th. Jack Sean in the 18th spot. Kyle Smith will finish in the 19th spot. Trent Brenneman. Go ahead. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Trent Brenneman comes home 20th. Steven Snyder Jr. 21st. Doug Snyder 22nd. And Jordan Cox completes the field. And it's time for the big interviews again here. And we've got, let's see, who do we want to start with here? Because I would like to finish with Logan Rumsey. Let's pick up.
Start with third.
Yeah, we'll start with third place. Drew Boniface here. We'll bring him up into the room with us. Drew, congratulations on a 3rd place run tonight. There was a whole lot of beating and banging going on out there in the modifieds.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting, that's for sure. We were lucky to keep her clean and end up 3rd.
Yeah, you picked up 4 spots from the drop of the green flag, and I don't know that anybody was catching Logan at the front of the field, but yeah, you put on a heck of a show coming up here, gaining those 4 spots and coming home 2nd.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Logan's super fast, and he's always really consistent. So we're tickled just to be on the podium. That's a pretty good finish for tonight.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on the 3rd place finish. Who would you like to thank?
Creative Stitches. That's my fiance. She gave me this sweet wrap. Boniface Brothers Lawn Care, All Phase Insulation, and that's about it.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations again, and hopefully we get to see you in more of these Snydersville Raceway promoted shows.
Thank you, Chris.
Pick up our let's pick up our runner-up finish here. Actually, let's get the hard charger in here first. Talon Carter, you're going to pick up 9 spots and pick up the high pressure washing and painting hard charger award for this evening. On a racetrack that seemed like the leaders were high all night, how were you able to gain so many spots? Okay, well, it looks like we've lost Talon Carter. He just went quiet on us here. He muted his mic. Let's see if we can.
He got shy.
Get him back up into the room here. Nope, Talon's decided to leave. So let's pick up Paul Mancini, our runner-up here from tonight's event. In the modifieds at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the dirt track at Charlotte. Paul, that was a heck of a run tonight. You had some issues getting logged into the 410s, but you certainly made up for it here in the big blocks.
Yeah, I was having really bad computer problems all night. and my computer like crashed halfway through the modified race. I thought I was gonna lag out, but yeah, it was a pretty good run tonight.
You had the shot there on the last restart. Did you give any thought to throwing that big monster haymaker on Logan, or was it just a matter of not being quite close enough?
No, even if I was close enough, there's no point in of throwing a stupid slide job to wreck both of you, and then it's just pointless to do something careless like that.
A very smart drive to come home with second place and pick up some cash for you tonight. So congratulations on the runner-up finish, and who would you like to thank?
I want to thank everybody who helps me in real life, and you and Alex putting on the league, and you for streaming every week, and everybody who we race with in this league. It's been fun, and can't wait to get racing back in the real world now.
Yeah, I hear you on that one, brother. You'll be back at the New Egypt Speedway this year again, correct?
Yeah, I'll be at New Egypt probably weekly, and then short track Super Series North and South most likely, and then we're gonna run Bridgeport and Port Royal and some other fun races.
There you go, bud. Well, hey, good luck, and we look forward to talking about you a whole lot this season.
Thank you, guys. Thank you again for this.
So there's your runner-up finisher. Now let's see if we can get Talon Carter in here. No, he keeps jumping back out. So tough break, Talon, but congratulations on the High Pressure Washing and Painting Hard Charger Award. Let's pick up our top 3 series points finishers. We'll start with third place Kyle Smith. And Kyle, it was not the night you wanted tonight, but you're coming home $175 richer thanks to placing third in the points.
Shit.
Yeah, definitely wasn't that I wanted, especially in that last race. I think I could have had a top 5, definitely, but on that last restart, or the second to last restart, that I tried to avoid it, and everyone was just stacking up, and I got the worst of it.
Yeah, that was a mess. I mean, is there anything you can really do as a driver when you see that bottleneck happening? I mean, I don't want to say it's like your full ARCA brakes, but at the same time, you really can't lift in that scenario either.
Yeah, no, because especially in this game, if you lift or hit the brakes, you're just gonna get slammed in the back. So all you have to try and do is just lift, not brake, because if you do that, once again, you'll get hit in the back, and just try and avoid everything. And once again, I tried to go below, but that's also what everyone else was trying to do, so there wasn't much room, and I just ended up getting spun.
Yeah, and you had a pretty comfortable points margin holding on to third here tonight, and first and second were pretty much out of reach. So was this just as much about preserving what you had as opposed to really trying to go for something crazy?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've had a lot of bad luck this season, but when I didn't have that bad luck, I stayed consistent, so I feel like I do deserve.
Well, there you go.
In the bathroom.
Kyle, congratulations on the third place finish here in the season point standings. Who would you like to thank?
Alex, first of all, for hosting the league. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun throughout the whole thing. All my sponsors, Loudon, for helping me the way through. And my parents, I know they've been watching every race, so, yep, that's it.
All right, buddy. Well, Kyle, congratulations once again. Let's bring up our runner-up in points here, Mr. Loudon Reimer. And Loudon, not the worst way to go into a real-world season, picking up $200 as the runner-up in points here in the Snydersville Raceway Wide Open Wednesday Series.
Yeah, that'll definitely pay for some of a right rear.
Yeah, that's kind of the way things are, as expensive as they are. We replayed that last restart, or next to last restart, I guess, several times, including from your onboard. Was that full ARCA brakes just I'm going and seeing what I can get here?
Yeah, I figured the whole incident was up top, so I just kept my foot in it, and somehow it went from the outside wall of turn 1 to the Uke tire of turn 2. So I'm not really sure how that happened, but it's usually how things work out.
Yeah, it was pretty insane here, but all in all, you had a couple of wins this season, and finishing about 100 points back to Logan Rumsey. But when the guy wins like 8 times, Is there really much you can do other than just keep trying to plug away at your own race every week?
No, not really. I mean, I knew he wasn't going to be here a couple weeks, so I mean, I'm pretty sure those were like the only weeks I won. But I just tried to, capitalize when he wasn't here and hopefully get a top 5 every week that he is here. And maybe I figured I have a shot at it, but I still came up a little short, which is fine. I'm okay finishing second to a guy like that.
Yeah, the payout still isn't bad. Like we said, a couple $100 courtesy of Snydersville Raceway in the Wide Open Wednesday Series. Congratulations on the second place finish in the point standings. Who would you like to thank?
I just want to thank Alex for putting this whole thing on. It was definitely a lot of fun, something to do on a Wednesday to break up the week a little bit. I want to thank Snydersville Raceway, again for putting this on. He did it really with no personal gain for himself, other than the fact that he was giving people, like I said, something to do. So big thanks to Alex.
Yeah, that's Alex is one of the good guys in motorsports, that's for sure, and it's been a lot of fun to watch you this season. So congratulations on the runner-up finish, like we said, here in the point standings, and good luck this season up at Grandview and wherever else the season takes you.
Thank you.
And with that, we'll pick up our series points champion, piloting the number 41 Slick Sim Sport, Logan Rumsey Esports entry. Mr. Logan Rumsey, $325 in the points fund payout for you. And it was a dominant season for sure. 10 of the 14 races you finished in victory lane. Have you ever been that dominant in a league before?
I don't think so, but it's definitely fun to play a game and make some money off of it. And Alex did a great job the whole season with putting up the league.
Yeah, that's it. Loudon was just talking about it. In fact, everybody we've talked to tonight has had a lot of kudos for Alex Greenswig and the whole Snydersville team. In fact, we're going to shout out all the admins here in just a little bit. But did you think a late move was coming from Paul? You already saw one from Alex, the restart before that. Did you think Paul was going to try something crazy there on that last restart?
I didn't really think he was. I thought he was just going to stay in second because he hasn't really finished the race this whole season.
Yeah, if there's been any luck, it's been bad luck for Paul. But you guys are teammates on the Logan Rumsey Esports team, so all in all, not a bad night for the team as well.
The best there is.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on the championship. $325 coming your way, courtesy of Snydersville Raceway, the Orville Kart Club, and all the series sponsors. Who would you like to thank?
Yeah, Alex for putting up the league every week. You guys were podcasting, Slick Sim Sport, Raceway Motorsports, and Swindell Speed Lab.
All right, Logan. Actually, before we let you go here, what are your 2021 real-world plans?
That's to run Mike everywhere in PA and then go out to some of the Indiana shows.
There you go, bud. Well, hey, good luck this season, and we look forward to talking about you a whole bunch.
Thank you.
Yep, congrats, Logan.
There you go. That's your top 3 in points. And Bert, I'm not good at the maths here, but $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 in total point fund going out the door to the top 3 in points, and back through the top 15, all getting paid tonight.
Damn. That's all I can say about it, Chris, is damn. That's awesome. That's awesome. See Snyderville Raceway and everyone else just put up everything, all the great sponsors you have for this here Wednesday night racing here. It's awesome to see, and just being a part of this the last 2 weeks, it's a very well-run organization, and seeing this Wide Open Wednesday grow, it's going to be a lot of fun going forward.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it for sure, and there's going to be more Snydersville Raceway content coming on Wednesdays, but first and foremost here, we got to say this. A huge thank you to everybody that helps put this series on. Alex Greenswig spends more hours on this than most people could know. Actually, we have Barry Greenswig checking in the comments here. We'll get this one up before we get off the air here, but Barry's saying, great race, guys, and great job, guys. It is a huge undertaking to run an iRacing league, and everything from points calculations to handling the money, and it's a ton of work. Alex Greenswig does a fantastic job. He had some helpers this season in Andrew Acera, Brandon Shipley, Doug Smith as well is also one of the admins for the series. And actually Dylan Freibel coming in here in the last week or so as well. Phenomenally run
absolutely.
series. These guys, they don't get paid anything. Every dime that comes in the door goes right back out to the drivers. So kudos to these guys for all the hours they put in on this. It's been a ton of fun to call.
Absolutely, and can't wait to see what else is next here coming up here with this iRacing stuff. And it was a lot of fun to get back in the booth and call some races here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's right. We get to we're going to get to do a bunch more of this stuff too over the next several weeks. But let's give you the final rundown in points here. Logan Rumsey claims the title. 753 points, the strength of 10 of 14 wins. 10 wins and 14 starts this season. Loudon Reimer comes home second, 655 points and 2 race victories. Kyle Smith third at 570. Adam Bushell fourth, 540 with 1 race win. Alex Kolonix rounds out the top 5 in points. Talon Carter, Chris Kurtzel, Cody Welsh, Jasper Zigafus, and Paul Mancini, your top 10 in points here for the Snydersville Raceway Wide Open Wednesday Series. Before we take off here, Bert, tell everybody who we're going to have tomorrow night on the Highside Hustle.
Yes, we're looking at a big show tomorrow night on the Highside Hustle. We're going to have, first off, picked up his first win up at the Port Royal Speedway last year for his first time in a while. The legend Mike Weiner will join us, and stay tuned. He's got a little special announcement coming up tomorrow night that y'all are not going to want to miss. And also, we're going to have a good friend of mine, one of the up-and-coming riders in the not only the area but the country. He writes for Speed Sport News. Kyle McFadden will be joining us as well to help us preview the 2021 Central PA season.
That's going to be a fantastic show coming up 8 o'clock tomorrow night here on the National Racing Network. Bert will be joined by Adam Rubright for the hosting duties. Want to remind everybody, check out the Four Wide Salute and the Slide Up podcast. You can find those on all the major podcast platforms. The Four Wide Salute by Casey Boucher from Big Diamond Speedway. LJ Lombardo was his guest this week. And the Slide Up podcast with Joey Amantia, also on the NRN podcast. That'll be a new episode of that one premiering tomorrow. But that's going to wrap things up here for tonight's racing action, iRacing action from the dirt track at Charlotte. For Bert Wojcik, Adam Rubright, Mark Hackett, everybody here, Denny Bender, I don't want to forget anybody else here, but everybody who helps make these national racing networks possible. Also our co-executive producer, Rashian Mahala, we'll call him Gaga. For Gaga and everybody else here at the National Racing Network, my name is Chris Graham. It has been a pleasure to have you joining us this evening. Thanks for watching, everybody.